going live
Alright.
right now. I don't know, just letting you know.
Alright, so we'll try this one more time. I hit the magic button.
Oh God.
Oh God, what?
Oh,
This audio
I
is
see it on
hot.
TForce RPG.
Alright.
Audio's
Cool,
hot.
we got this. Yeah, I'm hosting
Yeah.
it. I'm hosting it through also TForce RPG as well. Like TForce RPG is hosted for. All right, looks like we are live. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is TForce RPG presenting the first episode of our new game, and going to be also released as a podcast. It's a long story, episode 1. I am LaShock. I will be running this game here along with my colorful cast of crew and players here. We got Crazy Phil.
Scott Danshaw
Hey.
was never afraid of a good dare.
Oh,
Is that it?
Yes, hold on a second, I had a weird thing going on.
Alright.
Anyways, an ad popped up. But, alright, so, we've got Crazy Phil. Say hi, Phil.
Hey, what's up, guys?
We've got Santana.
what up?
We've got Kargan.
Hello.
We've got
No
Lot.
one tell Chira.
Yay!
And we got Haber.
Yeah, that's me.
And apparently, in TForce tradition, last but not least, we have Chira.
I hate that. Like, that's so sad.
Alright.
Ah,
So
can't
we're-
escape.
So what we're going to do here is we're running through a custom little Pathfinder game created by myself in our own little custom world, and we're going to be having a long-running story and session here. So we're going to go ahead and dive right in, and you'll get to know the characters and everything as we're going.
Damn.
So, as we say here, the party has all been meeting up because you received a letter that a friend, associate of yourself, your family and everything, the merchant Magnus Albrecht, has been waylaid and is in issue in a small little farming town called Kaerto. You guys have all received this, and we're going to meet up with others who are coming to try and assist him. You couldn't tell if maybe it's just his wagon's broken, he couldn't get it fixed. It was very... The letter wasn't very well descriptive, if you will. But you are all meeting up at a point on the road that was marked out there. And Phil, you're the first one to arrive, and with your manservant, let's see.
What's his name, by the
Well,
way?
yeah, what's the manservant's name?
Yeah.
Oh, the manservant's name is Benk.
Bang.
Doesn't matter.
B-E-N-K. Benk.
I'm going to
Bank.
screw that one up.
Oh, undoubtedly. It's
Bink.
not like you really care. So you've set up your pavilion tents there and are awaiting for others to arrive. The first ones that you have met were the half-elven brothers of Kargan and Chira, and they have kind of already helped set up a camp there a little bit. As the rest of everyone else is arriving, it's kind of evening time. And you know, everyone makes some small initial pleasantries. Maybe some of you have seen each other before, but there you are at night, at the end of your travels from everywhere you've come for, sitting around this campfire on the road to Kaerto, where we're going to go ahead and open up the game. Benk is passing out food to everyone. He is a kind of, you know, looks very nondescript, like a person you would see in a crowd anywhere. He's dressed fairly well, but not too well, and looks like the type of guy that's used to carrying a lot on his back and being told what to do. And as food's going, or there, he turns around and goes, I thank you all for coming here and being sent there, and allow me to get my master, Sir Lord Venris Lone Arrow, and he does a little introduction. So go ahead and describe your character there, Phil. Do a little intro for yourself.
Yeah, I am Venris Long Arrow. I am a noble in the rich family of Turnog, I believe. And yeah, it is Turnog. No, it's Tim's Hold.
Tim's Hold on your way to Turnog.
Yeah. And I actually don't remember much about my past as a child. It's a little hazy here and there. But what I do remember is when we did make it to Tim's Hold, is that we were filthy rich. And oh my god.
That's all that matters, right?
Yeah, that's all that matters. And now I'm wondering how we got rich, and I'm traveling the world to figure out with my companion here.
All right. So, you know, Because if you all mind introducing yourselves, and you guys can decide if you've already met each other or heard of each other, perhaps by reputation.
Oh yeah, I actually know the brothers, the half-elf brothers, because I'm not really strong myself. I'm pretty scrawny. So I hired on Chira and Kargan for the job, and I paid them 10 gold, a whole 10 gold, baby.
I'm still debating.
You
that
paid these
price.
men
That
to
was-
defend you?
Wait. Is it 10 gold a piece? And should I be adding that to my character sheet?
Wink.
All right, 5 gold each.
All right, I like this.
So I am Hiram the Swift. I am a human ranger. I have kind of a long history of tragedy, but long story short, I've been working for Magnus for just about the past year now. I'm kind of doing the hunter and gathering thing for him, collecting supplies and bringing them to his shop and his operations. I was hired by some of his people just through one of the kind of random workers that I interact with on a day-to-day basis to go out to Kaerto and help him out, and was given sort of Veneris's credentials to go and meet up with the rest of you guys. So I'm just sort of showing up. I don't really know anybody. Nobody really knows me. Sort of a loner, kind of like that.
Edgy, dark, mysterious.
All right. I am Chira Jaden, half-elf destined blood rager. And basically, I got in a little bit of trouble in the good old homeland. And because of that, my good bro, Kargan here, had to break me out of what came down to a prison sort of vessel. And we're kind of on the run. And by we, I mean me. And I'm just going wherever Kargan goes because, correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems like you have a little bit of the wanderlust.
Look, it's not that I have a wanderlust more than I'm ready to go on an adventure. I was stuck on a ship for 7 years, transporting goods from one point to another. And let's be honest, after about 2 trips, you've seen everything from the sand seas. And honestly, there's a lot more interesting stuff out there. And that's what I want to do. I want to go on an adventure and figure out stuff.
And we're basically attached to the hip, so wherever he goes, I'm going.
Yeah.
Damn.
So
I guess I'll go.
Yeah.
I'm playing Lumalia Thura, and I actually hail from Tirnog. My father lived here, slayed here, grew up here. He's worked with... I already forgot the merchant's name. This is going to be great.
Magnus Albrecht.
There we go. He worked for Magnus not too long ago. And now I've gotten the letter. Unfortunately, my father cannot come because of a condition he obtained while working for Magnus, so I'm now coming in his stead.
What is the condition's name?
Demon Plague.
All right.
Ooh.
What?
That sounds like really good. It sounds like
Has-
it bolsters the spirit.
He's got a bad case of the demon plague.
Bad
I
case
was
of the
not
Demon
told
Plague.
this.
It's not... I'm sorry I haven't told you. Actually, I'm sorry I haven't told you yet, but we haven't had time to talk much.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we're all just getting here. That's cool.
And then
And I know that one, and I point at Haber.
Yes. I suppose we had met long ago through distant connections. My name is Hasert. I am from Kohar. I am a, how would you say, a war priest in your language. I serve the god.
Haber, just mute yourself.
Audio.
We can't hear you. The look of confusion is real.
He might have muted himself on Roll20.
That's
The best part is
$60 recording
not trying to
software.
talk to see if he's fixed it. He's just not speaking.
Intently staring at the screen.
Quick,
Nope,
play
nope.
the Friends theme.
Haber, you're gone.
Yeah, you
Oh.
cut off mid-sentence. I don't know what happened there, bud.
Haber will be playing the role of the mute monk.
The
which is
mute, the
great for
mute monk.
podcasting.
The mute war priest. He's
So-
doing his penance.
while Hasser struggles to, you know,
He's had a little too much to drink. He has a
explain
drinking problem
himself
occasionally.
in the regional tongue of the area, because this is, you know, he's a foreigner, if you will. You know, Ben goes to remind everyone that, oh geez, now he's cutie pie again. Just to remind everyone, so remind you that the hour is growing late and that the town of
Hello?
Kaerto. Yes, you're
Hey,
back.
there you
there.
go.
Hey, you did it.
I don't know, just totally crashed all my audio stuff. So my
You shat the bed.
My recording's gone.
Oh, bum bum ba dum.
I'll just start recording from here.
Okay.
Do the thing. All right. So you're in your introduction that was mid-sentence.
Hold on, wrong recording device.
This session is going
You sound great
flawlessly.
though, baby. Oh, it couldn't go any
There we
better.
go.
It wouldn't be a
You know what,
T-Force.
though?
It wouldn't be a T-Force production if there wasn't weird errors.
We're getting it all out of the way now, so next time it'll just go.
Exactly.
Hopefully.
Very, very smooth.
All right.
I was very, very happy with your intro so far, though, Haber. It was pretty good.
Yeah, no, you're nailing it.
Yes, thank you. As I was saying, I am traveling to Ternog to find this the shrine of Kaerto, and also to I was supposed to come here to meet with Lumalia. I believe that's your name, correct?
Correct. You
Yes,
got it.
I was told of your father and his affliction, and I was told I should come here to check on you.
Well, much appreciated. I appreciate your concern. I'm really at a loss for words right now.
Well, no words need to be spoken.
Fair enough.
So, the rest of the evening is passed pretty well. Some general small talk over the meal, some drinks, and a shared bit of story here too. And you guys rest and have a very uneventful night. And Venris's very swank pavilion tent, I'm assuming that you're still sharing with them as you originally said you would.
Oh yeah, there's a toilet, there's a bathtub. I think Shira said we have soap for us.
Yeah, I got plenty of soap, and I have a portable bathtub if anybody wants their own private tub.
Yeah, we're living the high life right now.
So you guys
Yeah.
in your little mobile Holiday Inn.
Also, is there any way that our boy Bank would carry my portable tub since it weighs 20 pounds and I don't want to be trucking that bitch around?
For a charge of 5 gold.
So you're to zero, basically.
I'll carry it myself then.
Alright.
I think I just found out how you got rich. You just pushed the planet for that.
Well, our journey is at an end.
Yeah, there's that character story completed.
All right.
Check that out. Target the lore seeker, it's called. Let's go.
So, all right. So you guys rest on the Eventful A and the swank pavilion tent of the Lone Arrow family, you know, attended to by Bank, Venris's manservant, and you guys, you know, get onto the road in the next morning, and it's not too far of a travel before you find yourself about midday. You know, it's about noon. You weren't that far off of Kaerto. And you come in from the road, and it's, you know, it's a decent-sized little city built around the farming community. It's kind of gained itself as being a crossroads area, if you will, for trade coming in from Victoria Point and Timshold for people who don't want to make the journey all the way to the southeast of Ternog. And it's the first place right after the mountains. So you guys start wandering into the town, coming in through the road, and the main road kind of divides the city in two. And as you get up there, the town looks kind of dead. Go ahead and make anyone can make a perception checks if you wanna.
Oh, jeez. Am I rolling
First roll of the night.
that 20-sider?
That 20-sider.
Oh, I guess we could roll it.
No.
That's no fun.
Use
We
the
rolling
dice.
legit dice? All right.
Yeah,
I need to
man.
turn a light on so I can actually see.
I believe in you.
Oh wait, we're doing the dicey thing.
We're doing the dicey
Yeah.
thing.
And what do I add to that from the character sheet?
Your perception.
18.
What my what?
Your perception skill.
It's
Yeah. Plus
Perception would be intelligence modifier.
Wisdom modifier plus
No, it's dexterity.
Perception.
Perception is not dexterity.
It's actually how strong your eyes are.
Wait, is it? It's so
Intelligence.
if I have a total of 7, that I add 7 to whatever I
Yeah.
rolled, right?
Absolutely.
I have a 24.
19.
Okay.
24.
Well, you're all fairly observant for the most part, and it's me knows. Yeah, the town, like, it's the middle of the day. There should be some hustle and bustle going on. There should be some people. There should be people out. Like, something like there's a decent number of buildings, but like, it is a ghost. There's no one on the street. Doors are shut. Windows windows are pulled closed, like the shutters. And you think you occasionally glimpse like a person like peeking through the shutters of the window from building to building. But you've now walked down like the beginning portion of this like main street strip of the town, and you haven't seen a single person.
Before
the
we
telephone.
investigate, can I figure out like what's the latest fashion of this town so I can start wearing it?
Absolutely, knowledge local.
Alright. Alright. That would be a 20.
Yeah, you know
I nailed it.
You know, around here, because especially with this time of year, they're favoring a lot like kind of it's summer, so they're favoring, you know, like light clothing.
So they're wearing bright pantaloons.
Yes, bright pantaloons, and
Well,
red is huge this year.
All right. Looking
Well,
good.
I want to use my sleeve of many garments to look more reddish and whatever the
To
latest
look
fashion
more
is.
reddish.
All
That's
right,
right.
you are so reddish, man. You are so
Just let
reddish.
the man do his thing.
Fenris,
What a novel trick.
Yeah, I'm looking around and I'm thinking like, so something's clearly going on. Can I tell if there's anything disturbed? Does it look like the place has maybe been ransacked? Potentially any, windows broken in shops or anything like that?
you currently, like with the perceptions that you rolled there, you don't see any damage to the town. And like I said, you think you've caught the glimpse of a person or two, like behind window shutters or something, but you don't see it. There's no signs of any struggle. There's no like blood. There's no broken buildings. Like nothing. Everything's just like it's like people are hiding.
Well, if I can see someone through closed shutters, I'm going to go up to their door and start banging on it.
I was just gonna walk up to the nearest door and
Hello,
knock
is
on
anyone
the way.
home?
So you approach a shop there. It's like it's a clothing shop. 'Cause you saw someone peeking through there. He doesn't have the best of windows because he normally likes to show his wares. And the man inside, your pal, go away! I don't want any trouble. You hear a voice shout.
We're not
from
here to
inside.
cause any trouble.
Sir, please,
We're
we
we're just
want
wondering.
information. What is going on in this town right now?
Whose side are you on?
What are the sides?
Sir, we
We're
are not
new
from
in
this
town.
place.
We don't know the area well. Could you please explain? What do you mean sides?
The door slightly creaks open. You see a timid little man with a long purple beard and bright red hair.
Well,
And he goes, "You don't? Oh, strangers! That we haven't had a traveler in a few days, actually. Hurry, come in! He gestures.
all right.
He
As
opens
you
the
wish.
door and gestures for you
I
guys to come
shuffle
out.
into the door.
Yeah.
All right. So you're
thank him.
it's a clothing shop. Like there's lots of different articles of clothing. You see, dresses, clothes, cloaks, coats, like the latest fashion. This is obviously not your outfitter's place. This is where you go to get the nice things. And he quickly shuts the door behind you and goes, "Oh, thank goodness. So, which way did you come from? Did you come from Turnog? Do they know?"
Wait, what happened to your hair?
It's the latest fashion.
That is not a nice thing to point out.
I know, but
My friend. No,
I'm only asking because that's normally a handiwork of Magnus. I'm wondering if he's been by here.
Oh, Magnus? Yes, he was in town. In town, actually. Yes, I got some of this hair product that makes my hair, and then he kind of like wriggles his eyebrows and it changes to a light blue. Yes, I got this from Magnus. It's most magnificent.
most impressive.
So, hold on.
I want that.
Yeah, more important than your hair. What's going on? What kind of trouble are you
Yes,
in?
sir. We did not come from Turnog. We are heading that way.
Let's start with pleasantries. My name is Lumalia, and what is yours?
Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you, Lumalia. My name is Fenris.
Fenris.
Fenris
Okay.
the Fair, they call me, and welcome to Fenris's
Fenris.
Fine Clothing.
Sorry, what?
Fenris's Fine Clothing?
It's an app name. Your
Not-
beard is magnificent.
Well, I'm sorry. Why not name it Fenris's Fine Fabrics?
Fenris. A look
I still
of
think we're
pure,
a bit
like,
getting away from the
shock
trouble
comes
here.
over his
Yeah.
face.
Very concerned for our safety.
I'm
What's
sorry.
the trouble? We're here for Magnus. Tell me, man. Tell me things.
Well, you see, first it started when the general Erimos, he overthrew the king of Turnog in a military coup, and that was very recently. We've all still been adjusting to that, but then a rebellion of loyalists to the old king Gregor has sprouted up, and they chose here, and the town is divided. There's not a full representation of the Turnog army here, but there is some militia and some other people that support Erimos, and well, most of us are just hiding to avoid. There hasn't been any fights yet, but has been very close.
Oh,
Slow down,
I can only hope.
Gregory has been overthrown.
Yes, Gregor has been overthrown. It was a military coup. Erimos has taken the throne now for himself.
So whose side are you on?
I am on no one's side. I am but a merchant who lives here. I merely wish for a prosperity enough to sell my wares and to prosper in my business.
Well, you should probably open up your shop then, because you're not bringing in any business by sitting here hiding.
The problem is that you don't know which side the people are on, and they're always pressing you to pick a side. Are you a loyalist? Are you a rebel? They want you to out people if they know it's just been safer. It only happened just 2 days ago.
Then, where are the rest of your villagers? Everyone else seems to be shuttered in their homes.
Most are either hiding or out on the fields and their farms.
So
I
what's
see.
Magnus have to do with this? Where is he?
Yeah, you said Magnus was here not too long ago. How long ago did he pass through?
Oh, well, Magnus was here, and he was, his caravan was selling some goods, and I believe that he had the misfortune of being right in the center of town, trying to, sell some of his goods and to make a name for himself on his way to Turnog, when that was when everything began. That is when the rebels jumped up and had weapons and were immediately declaring that Kaerto would be taken back Turnog for the people, and that they would, honor the memory of King Gregor. And then there was a huge, I don't want to say a riot, because there was no property damage and no one was hurt, but everyone flee and they were scared. And I did not see what happened to Magnus from then. I came back and I've been in my shop ever since.
Can you point us in the direction
Magnus is gone.
that this occurred?
I guess it is just further down the road. He points out the building there. It'll be hard to miss. It is probably now layered with signs and flags and other forms of protest.
Well,
Are there
they're
any-
fighting there, yes.
Are there any leaders that you know of for this rebellion in the nearby area that we could potentially talk to?
Well, I believe that the majority of the leaders of the rebellion were former members of staff and other nobles that were under King Gregor when they fled to here and decided to make it its base of operations. They don't even live here, but he has decided to make this place, I guess, their headquarters.
Let's see.
I believe that they had taken up at the Come On In, was where they've been staying, and they may have made that their actual base of operations for the moment, unless they have taken over other places. Majority of the
So, as this is all going on, I'm taking out my Adventures Book of Local and learning more about Gregor.
Gregor.
More about him.
Yeah, Gregor was do a knowledge local
Yep.
with your bonus from your adventurer's guide. You're
So 7, 16, 18.
18. Okay. Gregor was the king of Turnog, which has always been a very, for lack of better words, one-percenter city-state. Like, it's very nobles and serfs. There's not much of a middle class. Even most merchants tend to be, like, third sons of nobility or a cousin or a nephew, and everybody else is essentially typically a peasant, farmer, drafted into the military. So it's like you're on top or you're under their feet. And
Or you're a serf.
yes, but they were very known
Gotcha.
for having a proficient military, even though there hasn't been a war in decades. And Gregor was known for being particularly firm and not necessarily the most liked, and apparently didn't get along well with his general.
Interesting.
Sounds a lot like saber rattling to me.
All right. Well, I think we need to keep our eyes on the prize here, and we need to go and start heading towards the center of town to try and find
They're
Magnus.
fighting.
Yeah, let's try to find Magnus.
Or yes, that is fine.
Do be careful, friends.
As they walk out, though, I'd like to ask Theranos. Theranos, would you happen to know which side the Hawks have taken in this rebellion situation?
The Hawks, the Hawks, I do believe, were actually kind of run out of town. They're in the military coup.
Do you know where they're at now?
I cannot say. They normally don't involve themselves much in the ways of political affairs. They tend to just try and keep the populace safe from dangerous things in the wilderness.
Thank you, friend. And I reach into my little side pouch and I hand him a strawberry tart.
Okay, good.
I've been messing with these. Here, take one as a gift. I hope you enjoy it. It's really delicious. I think.
Thank you.
They're really not.
Can I have one?
You guys aren't here. You don't know I have these, so no, not yet.
I
mean, you
can
just
see
pulled
the
it out in front of
actual-
us.
You
I can
just
see
pulled-
the
wait,
actual
wait,
disappointment
wait.
on Chiro's face.
You just pulled out a strawberry tart, handed it to somebody right in front of us, and then blatantly
Yeah, you
lied
didn't-
that they don't exist?
Bluff check!
You know what? I'm gonna roll a perception check for this bullshit because I do not approve of you withholding delicious snacks.
Did somebody invite Asmodai into this game?
Are we doing opposing checks here?
Are you really trying to? Are you trying to hide? The
I
tart
just
from
want
him?
a strawberry tart.
I got an 11 on my bluff.
Chiro, if it makes you feel better, my servant can make you one.
Not as good as these, though.
It's not
Well,
a principle of the thing.
That's true. Yeah.
I rolled a 9, but
I got an 11.
my perception is a +7.
So you see him hand the tart. You are going to leave, like everyone's leaving, and you kind of hear him talking and kind of glance over your shoulder, and he goes, "Here, have this," and you're like, "Have what?" And you see him hand a strawberry tart.
I want to get in real close and be like, "Can I have one of them tarts?"
Well, these were supposed to be a special treat for tonight, but I suppose I can spare one for your gluttony. And I rejectedly hand him one. I'm like, there, now off with you. Kind of
Alright.
scolding him. Like, come on.
I'm gonna take a bite and then save the rest for later, like
What?
a squirrel.
What was your
You're rationing,
what was your profession or craft check on that tart, Santana?
Oh, okay, hold on. Let me do that. And I also have I have a cooking spatula.
Yeah.
So
I mean, basically,
Oh,
I have to
that's
check from
that's
when
my
you
proficiency.
created this tart. I want to know how.
When I created this.
Yeah.
Oh.
How old is this
Actually
tart?
happening.
That's a 21.
Am I gonna get food poisoning from a
Wait, hold on. What did we say
fruit pastry?
for, what ability did we say that was part of?
I don't remember if
Int
you did.
or wisdom?
Did you do craft or profession?
Profession baker.
Then that's wisdom.
Wisdom?
Why
Well,
do
it's
you
a
know
0.
that?
Wait.
This is why we edit things out in the podcast, by the way.
No, this is really good. I like the start of this adventure being centered around a goddamn fruit tart. Let's go.
Yeah.
Hey, no,
Not if
that's
we wanna
staying
do
in.
shit.
That's staying in. No, all right. So okay.
Never mind the military coup. There's a
Yeah,
food
that's a
cart here.
23.
Okay.
We're making
okay.
food
So that's
carts.
I would assume this is a banging ass fruit tart.
Oh yeah, dude, that is like a ridiculously good fruit tart. That's the best
Pretty
fruit
good.
tart that you've had probably ever.
All right. So without everybody else noticing, the next time he takes a look over my way, I'm gonna wink and give him a big old thumbs up. This is one fine ass pastry.
I
Alright,
wink
so
back.
we proceed into the town center.
All right. So you guys continue
Very
forward
well.
to the center of town, and it's kind of, you can see like here on the map, it's literally where the three roads meet. And you can see the inn, which is one of the larger buildings in the area. Because most of it's small people's houses, small shops. While there's a number of them, nothing's really big, except for this inn. It's gigantic. It's got like wings to it, not like it can fly, but literally it has like separate sides. Before someone makes that joke, because I know one of you motherfuckers was going to. And out front of it, you see there has been built a like makeshift barricade out of what you presume to be the tables, or like extra tables or bedding stuff from the inn that they've built around it. And there are like signs hanging up that says like "Down with tyrants," long live the nobility, and Turnog for the people. And as you kind of approach up there, you see that the windows are open, and there's at least 4 men training crossbows at you as you are coming within visual sight of this inn.
Do we see
Man,
them?
man, lower your weapon.
I'd like to
No,
wave
no.
at them.
Do we see them?
Yeah, like hands down.
Yeah.
No. If we see them, I'm lighting my hammer on fire.
No!
Hasir, stop that.
Easy.
I put my
Fight
hands
you
straight up in the air.
want, a fight you will get, but it's not something that we have to resort to.
We do not need to start this fight yet.
Thing, do the thing.
No, don't do the thing. Don't listen to him.
Throw strawberry
Massage
tarts at
him.
him, quick.
Massage him.
Gods. What seems to be the trouble here? We are not. We're just here to come to the inn and have a drink. There's no need for these crossbows. There will be no violence from my friend if there's no violence from you.
I can make a promise on that.
Do a diplomacy check
Ooh.
With assist?
Okay.
with assist.
I feel like you would be negatively assisting with that threatening
I didn't say it was a
hammer lighting
positive
technique.
effect, but he's assisting.
24.
16.
They lower the crossbows.
Pretty diplomatic.
They lower the
what I do.
crossbows and look over and say, "You must be from out of town, aren't you?"
Yeah, pretty much.
Most likely, or we wouldn't be waltzing up here, sir.
I hail from the city, so I have been gone away. But yes, I live here.
Well,
Not here, but like over there.
The inn has been taken for the purposes of the rebelling against the unrightful rule of General Eremos, who has disposed of our King
Deposed?
Gregor. Disposed
And-
and deposed.
Ooh.
Who is this that you are taking the
Wait.
inn from?
King Gregor is dead, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Here. We're looking for a merchant friend of ours. He sent us word that he was stuck in town, and we've come to his aid. His name was Magnus.
Ah, the fence sitter. Yes, I'm familiar with him. A voice says as the door opens and a man steps out, and it looks like very fine clothes, but fine clothes that someone's been wearing for days on end now, and they haven't been as attended to or washed as normal. So it's like, obviously, he looks like a member of nobility, if you will, but one that's been wearing the same outfit for too long.
I would like to ask if he needs to borrow some soap.
Knew that was coming.
Yeah, have you no manners? Aye.
I mean, he did offer the soap. That's a pretty pleasant gesture.
I don't want somebody of his noble stature getting all stanky.
It is
What?
important
He
to
looks like a
remain
very
united.
busy man.
I'm
I'm Lumalia. Pleasure.
He kind of like looks at you all like the motley crew that you are and the well-dressed Phil. And yes, you are welcome to come inside and rest a moment if you are not supporters of that traitorous general. I am Lord...
I've heard the unfortunate news, yes.
You may call me Lord Edric Bloodbane.
And why
Bloodbane,
is
you
it that
say?
we must call you a lord?
Edric Bloodbane. That's a
Mr.
badass name.
Bloodbane.
Yeah, if anyone has knowledge, nobility /
I was just about to do that.
I
He's
figured.
pulling out his book.
Alright.
Just wait
Yeah,
till
you
the
make that
first
roll.
fight and Phil literally hides.
Yeah.
Can I do knowledge local since I
not only does he hide, but he's going to like get behind a tree and start reading.
24, by the way.
24. Oh, yes, you know of the Bloodbane family. They've had dealings actually with your family before. They were one of the more prestigious noble families in Ternog. At least that's what you heard that they were. One of them was advisor to the king, and that they were well known because they controlled a gold mine in the area of Ternog, one of the only ones.
Huh.
Would I know this because I live here?
Yes.
Okay.
So you may come in and rest, if you will. But
Resting's not quite our first priority. However, we are looking for one Magnus. We've been searching for him, and we've been summoned here just to come pick him up. We're wondering if he knew his location so we can be on our way and not cause any sort of disturbances.
I do not know where he is. He fled after we acquired his stock to help us with our glorious revolution.
You stole from him.
Acquired?
No. This sounds more like the spoils of war.
War or
it's
not,
on
still.
If they won it through a fair fight, yes, it is theirs.
We told him that we were taking it we needed it to support the cause. There was many useful items in there, and that after the revolution was won, he would be reimbursed if all things went accordingly. And when we went to seize the goods from him, he fled.
Do you know?
I don't buy that at all. Can I do? I don't
Bluff
believe
check.
that.
That would be
Yeah, I don't believe.
that would be a sense motive if you're attempting to discern if he is lying to you.
Yeah, I'm totally
Motive.
gonna sense motive that shit. And we roll. Yeah, no, it's a 4. I don't even know.
I mean, he's...
You sense that he is talking.
Yes, he is talking. That cannot be denied.
Do you know whereabouts of the direction that he fled?
Oh, I was not paying attention at the time. I was doing inventory myself. Maybe one of my men might know, but frankly, I didn't pay attention to it. If he's not willing to support our righteous cause, then it's best that he go somewhere else.
Here. Could you point us into the direction of one of those fine soldiers? Freedom fighters, if you will.
Freedom fighters, I like that.
Greasing those wheels.
I'm sure you do.
So he goes and blows a sharp whistle, and a few men come out the door, armed and armored. They look like they're probably a personal guard. They look like they're well-trained soldiers. And he goes, and he looks over to one and goes, "Which way did that fence sitter run off to when we acquired his goods for the revolution?" And he goes, "Well, my lord, I think I saw him headed out down to the south, probably towards either the farms or the Pine Grove Forest, or just hiding out somewhere in the south part of town." The guard shrugs.
Well, all right. I think that's the direction that we'll need to head in. Is there any other information you can provide us about him, potentially the goods that he was carrying? We need to know anything we can in our search.
You should ask Phil. I'm sure you could consult his books.
That's so sorry. What? Too busy reading my books. What?
I think we should head out on our way.
Yeah, it's very well.
I will second that statement. Oh, but before we go, yeah, have a tot. Please spread the word of my baking. I'm starting a bakery, so please take a tot.
He takes the tart and looks oddly at you and says, okay.
I look at the noble and say, they're very, very good. You'll love them.
Believe me, I don't just hand out tots that are terrible.
So he takes.
How many of those do you have?
Right now I have a stock of like 3 more, but if he's like a
Not
general of the
enough to
rebel army,
share.
that'd be a good endorsement.
Thinking of that business sense right there.
True enough. So shall we head to the south?
So, you guys are currently like right
Speaking
out front of the inn, and there is the south part of town there, and to the southwest there are some more farm fields, and there is a large grove of pine, a large pine forest grove, and so they, bid you on your way and said that, to watch out for the imperial scum under General that are supporting General Arimos.
All right. Thanks for the warning. I wouldn't want to get my hands dirty with any imperial scum.
Jesus.
So you guys start venturing down to the south there, and there are, more of the like kind of loose collection of buildings and houses, shops and everything. And you can kind of see off into the distance that from where you are to the southwest there are fields, large farming fields. And then to the southeast there is the large pine grove forest. Are you heading in any particular direction, or are you going through the where are you extending your search, if you will?
Are there any people nearby that we can see?
Make a perception check.
Yeah, as he's doing that, I actually want to cast Fortune Gaze. I'll use one of my focus points. And basically what it does is that it tells me if a particular action will be good or bad. 71% chance of it succeeding.
71% chance of it succeeding, huh? And what action are you deciding if it's good or bad?
Whatever area we decide to walk to, I want to see if that's going to be good for us or not.
And I had a perception check of 26.
I feel the Pine Grove would be a good place to
15.
start.
I agree with Hasir here, but let's see if
Yeah.
weird book boy knows anything.
Yes, any more knowledge is always
Calm
helpful.
down, weird bake boy. Girl, where are you?
Girl, I thought it was kind of obvious, but
No.
I will try
It's
that.
not
So I'm
very
checking if the
apparent.
woods
No.
is a good idea or not.
The woods, huh?
Yeah.
You said 71% chance of success? You believe that they would be a good idea.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, it's
Woods
good.
it is.
Alright!
Boys, my destiny's pointed me on the way to the woods.
Into the woods.
All right, let's head into the woods.
So as you got there,
Into the woods.
Hiram does see some people, actually, as you're going to look around the side of that. There is a large group of people heading up from the south towards the inn, and it looks like they are literally, it's pitchforks, torches, and weapons, and they are coming out from the wood, combs of the buildings and headed towards the inn.
Where are we in relation to their path?
In the middle.
Very well,
There
very
is
well.
mob, there is you, there is inn.
I'd like to wave at the mom.
Yep.
You successfully wave at the mob.
This
Do
does
they
not
look angry, or
They,
I think the term pitchforks. I've
It's-
never seen happy
it's
pitchforks.
noon,
Right?
and they have
I don't know.
torches.
that did not answer my question at all?
Okay. They look very perturbed.
All right, I'm gonna get out of their way and head
Yep.
towards the side of the road.
I'm actually gonna get in between them.
Oh.
I will as well.
I'm
No
gonna
wonder
watch.
we have free time to
Let's
play.
see where this goes.
So you
This could be very exciting.
I'll walk up to the mob essentially.
Let's find out why they're at a riot, other than the obvious reasons, and hopefully we can stop a conflict from happening. Because if I was not mistaken, all of Magnus's wares are in that inn at the moment. If they torch that inn, he's going to lose all of his wares in the first place.
And
I'm
potentially
not too
our-
worried about the note wasn't save my wares. The note
It was saved my life.
To be fair, a
What if this
merchant.
town breaks out into a...
What's a merchant without his
all-out
wares?
brawl?
Additionally, if he got away, then what's stopping him from leaving? There's a reason why he called us here, and I would take some money that it's at that inn.
Yes,
I would agree as well.
The man has reasons.
So,
He was.
I buy
You do understand that he was carrying probably a good amount of goods and wealth with him along the way because he was going to set up another branch of his trading business in Turnog. So he probably had a substantial amount of things with him.
people, what seems to be the trouble here? Doesn't it... Pitchforks and torches? Didn't we move past this like 20 years ago?
Probably not.
A young man, like tall, lean, like obviously a farmer, like he's got the farmer's build, farmer's tan, wearing farmer's clothes and has a pitchfork in his hand. Sitting at the front of the mod steps up and says, "We are here to drive out these people from our city. We don't care about the general. We don't care about these nobles. We live here and we're taking our city back."
By what force?
He gestures to the
This
mob
is-
behind him.
This is also my home too, by all means. But violence is not always the answer.
It almost always is.
It is the only thing.
You're not helping the situation, Hasir.
I cannot deny the truth.
Hasir, I like the cut of your jib.
Who's
I
the leader
don't know
here?
what a jib is.
This riot.
The young man kind of like, sticks his thumb up to his chest and goes, "I am."
I'm gonna
And what's
immediately cast Charm Person on him.
All right.
All right.
Interesting.
What is the DC of the will save?
I believe it's 16, but let me double check. Yeah, it's 16.
You cast the spell, and it looks like he, for a minute there, kind of gets that whole, like, slightly glazed expression on his face, and then shakes his head and looks off, and like he's looking at you, and he goes, and goes, "And who are you all that stand in our way? This is our city."
Lumalia Thera, son of Aurelius. I work for the Golden Hawks.
The Hawks.
Yes, the Hawks. The general peacekeepers of the area. Not peacekeepers, protectors of the area.
Yes, everyone knows about the Hawks, but they were ran out of here when Arimus made his coup.
So I've heard. It's very unfortunate news. What is your name, sir?
I'm Deacon.
Deacon? Okay.
Deacon Demai.
Demai, okay.
Yeah, family owns a farm to the southmost farm here. What's it to you?
Nothing, I'm just wondering. My, temper.
You're delaying us. Every moment that we are stopped here with you is another moment that they have to prepare for us.
I'm delaying
Do they
this
know you're coming?
inevitable slaughter.
With all due respect, they're prepared for anything at this point. We walked to the inn with crossbows already raised at our temples. I don't think you guys walking up with torches and pitchforks are really going to do much. You're going to lose a lot of people there. I think you need to think this one through.
I agree.
Or you attack in the night when they're not ready.
I put my hand on his shoulder and say, "Name's Hiram. I'm just a simple farm boy from Elmshire, and I know my way around a pitchfork just like anybody else. But I'm in there, pretty held up tight. You're gonna lose a lot of friends. It's not worth it.
Yes.
You gotta wait.
I agree.
Bide your time."
Alright, we need a diplomacy check going on here if you guys trying to dissuade this unruly mob, which...
Yeah, I'll roll diplomacy.
I will
One
too.
thing I'm good at.
Me and Kargi got
Kargan's
this.
waited his entire life to be diplomatic in this
Yeah, I know.
situation.
21.
If I'm not trained in diplomacy, like if I don't have
You can
any,
still
Right up
use it.
the
You can
charisma
still use it.
modifier.
Yep.
oh neat.
Kargi, what'd you get?
26.
21 here for the assist, I guess.
Man, there's some good rolls coming out this game.
I have a
I'm
5.
smarter now.
So,
My,
So Mott's diplomacy is subtracted.
he takes
Well,
a
but
step
Mott-
back.
Mott is talking in the wrong direction. He's turned around and has no idea what's going on. He's actually talking
To the
to me,
fields. He's talking
right next to him.
He's just
And
soon
I'm
as you
standing
get this
there with
forward.
my mouth agape like, what the fuck is going on?
He goes, you sound like my brother. He looks
And-
back at the people, and the person goes, I think you're right, though. And he goes, and it kind of like, starts turning and like making gestures, and everyone's kind of like uncertain, but starts slinking back the way they came.
Who is your brother, by the way?
My older brother, Nathaniel. He's the smith in town.
He seems like a smart fellow. You should probably defer to him for some judgment decisions.
The bleeding pacifist, he doesn't understand.
Yeah, but hold on for a second. I think I know a way that we can help you out. See, we're here trying to find a merchant named Magnus. And those guys in that inn, they took all of Magnus's goods, just like they took your town. And now our goal, we need to find Magnus, and then we'll help you get his goods back. And that'll hit them right in the supply lines. That's how you hit them.
Yeah, he's got a point. The only reason those guys are holding it in is because they feel like they have some sort of armament advantage. We chase them out of town through there, get the wares back. You guys might, in fact, have a town again.
They're also rich and probably well prepared for you, so you should come up with a better plan than just throw your lives and your pitchforks
Gold means nothing on the battlefield.
at the enemy.
Yeah, gold means
It
better
does.
equipment,
It definitely
actually.
does when you're putting crossbows up to pitchforks.
And
We
I
gotta,
assume they would not bleed gold.
we've got a war priest, Hasir,
Man
flame
with
on.
enough gold won't bleed at all.
flame on. All right.
By the way, when I say Hasir flame on, that's when you activate your flame thing.
No,
I feel
that
like
is when I am tired of your bullshit and conjure water and dump it on everyone's torches. Now no one has fire.
No fire for you.
See?
I'm not afraid of glorious death on the battlefield and to go to.
This is not glorious stuff, though. This is mindless slaughter. You can't just walk up and take crossbows to the face. I mean, you can, but we're not advising it.
fighting.
These
for
aren't
just-
fruit tarts we're
Also-
talking about here.
Fighting for a
Also-
just cause in our homeland. That's the way of Garako.
Are these
Yes.
are these nobles that have taken over the inn? Do they have control over the rest of the city, or have you guys taken back the rest of the city?
The rest of the city is still divided. Most of them are just people afraid, hiding in their homes or wherever the loyalists of Arimos are hiding.
And have you seen this merchant we spoke of? Magnus is his name.
I've seen Magnus.
Where has he gone? We seem to think that he may be in the woods.
Well, it sounds like you're in a position to help me, and I could be in a position to help you.
I think that's an accurate
Can
assessment.
I cast Charm Person again? I'm tired of this talk.
You absolutely can.
Okay.
So,
Doing it.
all right. He kind of like, has brief wait over there and goes, I understand that. I'm sorry, I know that you guys are in your own way trying to help. But I can't help you find your merchant right now. I have too much of a pressing issue of trying to take back my city. No one else is going to, so I must.
Can we
Yes.
confirm that he's in the woods?
If you help me, I will help you.
Well, I
What do you
swear
need?
that well, if we help them with taking back the inn, we can secure his goods, and maybe if he hears that his goods are secured by us, he will come back to us. Is this a fair
right.
assumption?
Yeah.
Very well, battle it is.
Deacon, how exactly do you want us to help? Are you trying to talk us into murdering the people in that inn?
Battle.
You
Fight.
seem to
Not murder.
Slow down there.
look. You seem to have some sort of plan or idea that, or at least something that sounds like it's better than my plan. So you help me.
Well,
You
back
gravely overestimate our ability to figure out what's going on.
I know everything, by the way.
I snap my
Not bad.
fingers to light some of the torches back up. Could this be of some use?
I mean, at this point, the riot has kind of dispersed and slunk back the way they came. So it's kind of you guys just standing there talking to Deacon at the moment. Everyone else has, like, he shooed them back at your suggestion and is now kind of like looking to you guys.
Deacon, what is it exactly that you want from us?
I mean, you're here to.
How would you like us to help?
I don't know. I just want my city back. I want these people out. The loyalists, the rebels, all the same. They don't care about us.
How about this? You figure out how we could help you, because clearly you don't exactly know what you want, and then you tell us the direction that Magnus is in. We get him, come back, and liberate his goods and help you in the process.
He sits there and takes.
Does that appease you, sir?
Damn! Sassy Chira.
And I would like to roll an intimidate check.
Oh, fuck. Do it.
All right.
Oh, God, here we go.
Do the thing.
Please don't.
That is a... I rolled an 18 plus 13.
Jesus.
Plus 13. 31.
Yeah, so you get all, like... You get your angry eyes on, and you're like, is that...
My eyes start to glow a little bit.
And everyone else is kind of like, whoa, look out, we got a badass over here. And he
I'm not impressed.
Of course not.
Anyways, so he kind of like takes a step back, and he goes, okay, maybe we can help each other at the same time.
Okay.
I'm pretty certain that when he fled to the south, the local militia chapter under Ariamos took him. Because if I overheard right, a lot of his wares and stuff are protected with, I don't know, some sort of magic passcode or something. And the nobles haven't figured out how to get into all of them yet. So the reason that everything's at a standstill is over his stuff. The loyalists have him. The rebels have his stuff.
Have his stuff.
So you want us to figure out the password, essentially.
I mean, we'd have to get in there to get the stuff, or if the password being good, or we could break him out of the barracks.
Well, yeah, we're gonna break him out.
Yeah,
Do you want to help us break him out?
I will gladly help you break him out if it brings us all to an end.
Do you know the location of the barracks and potentially how it's being guarded?
The location is it's over in the. He gestures back in the north side of the town, kind of up near the edge, near the entrance by the river.
Okay, so if he's in the barracks, why is the pine grove to this southeast important at all?
He literally just kind of shrugs. Like, I mean, we've used it for lumber, but for the most part, it's just the forest.
You've never seen anything unusual in the forest? Just trees?
I'm a farmer. I don't go into the forest.
All right, let's get on with this.
Okay. Do you know at any point of the day whether the amount of guards patrolling the barracks area decreases? And what's the visibility like? Or is the barracks out in the open, or is it approachable from sides that aren't exactly visible from the barracks? Like, are there other buildings around? Could we potentially have you and a mob cause a distraction so that we could sneak in? Or are there multiple entrances? What do you know about the barracks?
He has like this look on his face like you're asking a whole lot of questions he never thought about before. And he goes,
and this is why you can't just randomly attack things on a whim.
It's up on the hill, just by the road. You probably would have possibly seen it when you came in. It's by the river, so it's overlooking that entrance to the town, watching from that way it can cover the river and the mountain pass. I don't know how many are there. I mean, shifts. I mean, why didn't I think about that?
Because
you rushed into a situation. No.
All right. So here's what I think we want you to do. We're going to wait to nightfall. Our party is going to approach from the south side. We're going to cut across here. We're going to approach from the south. You are going to parade in between us and the inn and just kind of set up and defend yourselves. Don't do anything stupid. Don't get yourselves killed. But we need you to create a distraction, one large enough for us to get in and get out without being noticed.
A peaceful protest, perhaps.
Leave the pitchforks at home. Keep the torches.
I mean, they could also light something on fire.
I like this.
I don't want to listen.
I had a feeling you would.
He looks all like, I don't want to burn our city down.
And nor do I. I don't think we need to burn anything right now.
But we could.
But I agree
use a
with
bunch
what
of
Kaerto
bales
said.
of hay.
Or
Just-
moss, I suppose.
You can bring those into the street and burn those if you want, but just you do your part, be there at nightfall, and we'll do our part and get Magnus out.
Okay, I think I can. I can get some of the people that were willing to help, but a lot of people are still divided or in hiding. He kind of shakes his head, like looking annoyed and angry.
If we
How about you rally as many of the villagers to your side as possible, non-violently, because you want them to be on your side, and prepare and set up some distraction for us. Does that sound like a plan to you? Leave the heavy thinking and lifting to us, but put yourselves in a position where you're not going to get fucked if you get attacked. Does that sound like a plan?
He still looks at you like he's slightly like he's intimidated by you, but he's not happy about it. Like he looks scared of you, but he's angry that he's scared. He goes, fine. Well,
I will let you know if anybody tries to harm you or your people, they will be dealt with. With extreme prejudice.
Jesus. All right, and he kind of nods and then it's like, then nightfall it is. I will go and see what I can't find, who I can't find, and starts running
All right,
off
sounds good.
towards the south.
Very well.
Well, shall we make up camp until then?
Yeah, what time is it?
It's about the equivalent of like 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Is
Alright,
there
let's-
any
let's-
like way I can
Let's
find
go.
like
I would like to
Okay,
scope
yeah.
out the barracks.
yeah,
Yeah.
me too.
We do have freedom of the
What-
town
what
at
they
this
still
point,
have there?
so
Freedom of nothing. Nothing's going on in the town. But I understand your point.
Can you at least show us what the outside of the barracks looks like?
Me?
Yeah. I mean, we're
Oh.
going to scope it out,
You
right?
can go scope out the barracks, yeah.
I would love to scope out the barracks.
So the barracks, as you go to scope out, looks like a simple tower, built like a small building built around the small tower. You imagine
Okay.
it could probably hold, probably a good 20 to 30 people if they've got standard like bunks, and you can see people up like on top of the building around the tower on the roof, as well as people on top of the tower watching it.
How well armed do they appear to be?
They are armed like military soldiers.
Okay.
They seem to be wearing like hard leather and carrying bows and a sword at their side.
I asked the party, should we approach the barracks and try and negotiate, or are we just going to surprise them later?
It sounds like what we're doing is like two factions deciding to pick a fight in the middle of a town that has no loyalty to either end.
It seems like three factions. There's
I would
a faction on either side, and then the peasants who are caught in between that haven't chosen a side.
Right.
let's at least go and talk to him and see if we can.
I would like to talk to them.
Yeah, feel out the situation at least.
Sure.
Agreed.
Okay. So like one of the guys. Up
I
on
know
the-
Hasira, I know.
one of the
This
Don't worry,
town
blood
begs
will
for a
flow
battle.
someday, my friend.
So, one of the guys up on the top there is kind of like watching as you guys kind of approach, and he goes, "Oh, there!" Guy on top of the
Hey,
building
brother.
points with a bow at you. State your name and business.
Hi, I'm Cargan. I'm here for a merchant. I was hoping maybe you'd talk to somebody who's in charge here.
Lumalia Thora, son of Aurelius.
Hold on a second. And
Okay.
they duck back into the building, and the door up front opens, and a crisp
Daughter-in-law.
military uniform.
I get confused sometimes. Whatever.
A soldier in a crisp military uniform kind of steps out, and armor, sword across his back, and he looks at you guys. I knew Aurelius.
As many do in this area. Now, I do believe that you have a friend of both of ours. His name is Magnus. Is he located inside here?
That's classified information.
Classified information. Of
So,
course, of course.
yes. I say,
Alright, for
smiling
my
at him.
Level 1 spell of the day. I'm casting Charm Person again.
Oh, dear.
Alright.
Make it count, buddy.
He looks over and he goes, "Yes, we have Magnus."
Thank you. Now, what exactly is he being detained for?
He is being detained for supplying rebels with equipment.
And I would like to tell you, in his defense, it wasn't so much supplied as it was
Commandeered.
correct.
That,
Taken away from him.
that will be
Violently so.
that will be determined in Aramus's court. But for now, he has been detained before we know that they are carrying gear and equipment that is showing his brand.
Would
Buddy.
would we be able to talk with Magnus? We come here in peace. We received a letter from our friend, and we would like to verify his well-being.
I could allow you a few moments to speak with him, since
Thank you.
in honor of your father.
It's much appreciated.
As we're walking over, I kind of nudge the nearest person, but kind of say loudly enough to the party so everyone can hear. If he's been detained, how did he send a letter?
Magnus
Maybe he
has
sent
his
it
ways.
before.
Yes, I believe this imprisonment was very recent.
Maybe that was his free call.
Your call.
He got his free call.
This is one free carrier pigeon.
So he leads you into the barracks, and going inside, you see that for being the building it is, there is only 10 people here. And then you saw that there was two manning the roofs of the building. So despite that this could fit easily twice the size, you're kind of shocked at how undermanned it is. But this soldier leads you through and down some stairs to where there are cells. And he opens the first door that leads to the hall cells, and he goes, "He's in the last one down on the left. No funny business. We'll be watching."
And as they're talking, I'm actually going to talk to the guards themselves and just try to distract them as they're doing their thing with Magnus.
Okay.
right.
Diplomacy check, or bluff check, depending on, I would say a bluff check because you're trying to deceive them basically into not paying attention.
Sure. 13.
Okay. So you kind of stop and start chatting up with the guards and about this or that. When the rest of the 5 of you walk back there, and all the cells are empty but this last one, and there you see Magnus, dirty, sitting on the floor, kind of looking bored, his magnificent beard, and
I'd like to say Magnus, I presume.
You know who
Magnus, you're
Magnus
looking
is.
horrid. What, are you okay?
Oh, thank God.
I can still say he's looking horrid.
Thank the gods my messages got through.
All right, Magnus, you want to give me the short of the story? Because it sounds like you got caught in the middle of quite a pickle.
Oh, it's the twins.
I
How
mean,
you
you
doing,
did
buddy?
call for the best, yeah?
I mean, I reached out
That's
to
still
your
to be seen.
family, but that was. But I haven't seen you guys in a while. Oh, well,
Mother sends her regards.
I was
Enough of the pleasantries. We're in some trouble here. More specifically, you're in some trouble here.
Yes. I feel my life isn't in any immediate danger unless things kind of turn to combat out there. But they have taken my.
Well,
But yes, I was passing through here, and I was stopping and selling some wares, just trying to get my name out there. You know, a little networking, a little rub elbows with the influential people and whatnot before passing on to Turnok. And then this riot started out of nowhere. And then I was confused. Before I knew it, the people that were then came and demanded my goods, and they were going to take it from me, and they did it at sword point. So I fled to the south. I mean, I did not prepared any spells that would help me in this endeavor today. And that was when I was, and I kind of hid out in the pine groves for a little while. But then I got hungry.
Did you leave anything? Did you leave anything in the pine groves?
There may have been a few things I left in the pine groves. He says really, like he whispers really quietly.
I'm sorry, Magnus. You're gonna have to speak up a bit. I did not catch that.
We'll inform you later, don't worry.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
He looks at you with like puppy dog eyes, almost like, oh. And then so then, well, and when I came back to try and sneak in and scour some food, that was when the soldiers caught me, and they realized who I was, and they kept me here. The rebels have my goods, the loyalists have me, and I was able to.
Yeah, we ran into the individuals with your goods. They're not the happiest campers in town.
And the last spell that I had prepared, they took away all of my components in my book, was to be able to send out a message to some people, to send out some messages to people.
So, what kind of goods were you carrying? Because it seems like they've gotten into some of your stuff, but not all of it.
Well, as some of you may know, I am an enchanter, a purveyor of magical goods. I focus mainly on ones I feel are quality of life, you know? Magically enchanted containers to keep food from spoiling, and fashionable hair colors, and he goes to gesture and then frowns when he realizes his hair doesn't change color at the moment. I must be out of product.
Fashionable is a debatable point.
But I have been known to take some military contracts now and then, and have become kind of inventive with some of the things that I have made.
What
You
did you
made weapons?
do?
Flying weapons.
What did you do?
I like this.
Arms dealer, then. Magnus.
What, you guys ever heard of the hair cannon?
No.
It just, you start shooting this thing and it changes everybody's hair to be one specific color.
Picture this, something the size of a large brewing keg, right? Take a few men to carry. But it has levers, and when you activate it, it opens up and you can sit inside, and it grows out appendages, and it looks kind of like a large crab.
I see.
So
It'll
you
go
made
underwater.
you made a crab marine.
I prefer to think of it as
Let's
a
get on
crab
the fly.
apparatus.
Crabaratus?
The crabaratus.
Keg crab.
Magnus, I think you need to get a marketing director or something, because that was a terrible name.
Anyway. So,
We
long
said
story.
berating him behind the bars.
So, how do we get you out of here?
I don't know. You wait, I mean, there is always the age-old going out, guns blazing, and
Is that what you would like us to do?
I don't know. I just really want to get...
I'll hit those guards right now. I'm not afraid.
I'm starting to get a little excited if that's what we're gonna do.
I mean, or if you can find a way to sneak me my components in my spell book, I could probably get myself out of here.
Where are those?
I don't know. Probably where they're keeping my other personal effects. I imagine.
Wait, at the inn or currently
no,
in the barracks?
I'm certain they have the key gestures down the hall that they must have them in a chest or a crate or something. You know, when they brought me in here, they locked it up somewhere. I don't know where. But my guess it was.
So is it like downstairs then?
Yeah,
is there like a
basement.
separate room from the?
Basically, there's a basement
And how-
main room, and then there's like a
Now,
iron door
is there-
with a lock, and then a hallway of cells.
Have we just been left alone to talk to him, or are there guards
Yeah, how
or
many people are
something?
down
The
here?
guards are at the end of the hallway watching you.
But they're being distracted, aren't they?
Phil is back there blathering them up, talking about the latest fashions and what everyone's doing in Tim's Hold these days.
Magnus, how long, if we got to your supplies, would it take you to get out of here, per se?
I would need, time to rest and memorize my spells. So if you got it to me now, I could break out probably by dawn.
So, probably not an option with the guards upstairs.
I'm gonna cast message on everyone if I can, and I'm gonna say, let's just do this guns blazing. I can cast a spell to distract them, and let's do this.
To break him out of here?
Hold on.
Very well.
I think
agree
we
with
gotta
this.
do this. I think we gotta do this at night, though.
There's
So
10
we're just
guys.
gonna
There's
sit
10 of them
here.
and 6 of us. Let's just get out of here.
All right, what I'm
I'm
gonna
all
do,
down for hammer diplomacy.
Whoa.
I
7 if you
Okay,
count
before-
bank.
I'm going to cast ghost sounds in, and I'm gonna make rebel noises, at least a good 10 men, 100 feet away from us, and just yelling and just hollering and hooting, just so they can know where they are.
So you're gonna use ghost sound
Yes.
outside. So basically outside the building.
Yep. Making threatening noises.
Okay.
can I do a
Guards,
perception
yeah.
check to see if there's any keys on the wall or whether the guards have the keys?
You're currently at the end of the hallway by a cell. The guards are at the end of this. Basically, when you came downstairs, there was a room that your basic desk, a few places for some guards to sit, and a hallway behind a metal door with a lock that led to the individual cells.
Thank you for describing the room, but can I roll a perception check to
You're
see if
not
I see where the
in
keys
the
are?
room. You're in the
Wait,
hallway.
I'm.
You guys went down the hallway to the last cell where Magnus's cell was.
The guards are not in vision.
Wait, but you said they were watching us.
From the other end of the hallway.
I would like to walk towards the guards and make a perception check.
Okay, you. So,
What do you
small
got
issue.
there, big boy?
Small issue, Phil. The casting range on Ghost Sound is only 25 feet.
Okay. However far away we can. Is that just enough outside?
Yeah,
It
yeah,
would
he can do it on the
literally be
outer wall.
from where you are downstairs. It would literally
Okay.
be right outside the window.
What I'm gonna do instead is
Well,
I'm
you
gonna
could also just make.
Yeah,
upstairs.
I'm gonna have the guards. Whoever the head of the sound guardsman is, I want him to say, "Hey, get up here right now." That's an order. God damn it.
Rah, rah, rah.
Rabble.
And is this where I roll my perception check?
Yes.
All right.
You really want to roll that perception check.
Well, it's not a good one, so you can all relax. That is an 11.
Okay. So you reach the end there, and they had closed that metal bar door, and you kind of lean over and look. You're you can't really see where it is from here, and they're immediately distracted by the sounds of coming from upstairs. And the guard's huh? And look a little confused. And
If we are to fight them, we should fight them now.
Asir, can you break
We
down
could
this-
blindside them.
Are we going to blindside them or break this cell open and go?
Guys, you're
Yes.
talking right in front of them.
Are we?
Threatened, I thought we were a little ways away from them.
As soon as the guards turn to go upstairs, I'm rushing them. We're
Yeah,
going
that's
to
what
do
I
this.
wanted.
All right.
Backing him up.
The
Yeah,
guards
I draw my bow.
turn and immediately look at the
I get a
source
surprise
of the
round, correct?
sound, and as Chira goes to spring into action to draw his weapon and attack them, but remembering he's behind a locked metal bar door, and the only one who's not locked in this hallway is Phil.
And I want to shout out, what was that noise?
And we're gonna take a short little break here. Before we continue on here, just a quick little 5 minutes, because I know we talked about that we're gonna release this in like 2 halves. If we want to clip the audio here. All right. So everyone can go ahead and stop the audio and refresh.
All right, and export.
Yes.
Yep.
All right, stopped.
Stop. Export and listen.
All right.
I also, by the way, if you could just name it like your name and then with the episode number.
I did Sean D&D Part 1, like Sean number 1, Part 1.
Perfect.
Yeah, Lashak Ep1.
I guess, you know what, I'm going to put Chira because that's way easier.
So just depending on what that compresses down to, it may actually be a little bit, I guess, less than that.
So we're looking at 3 minutes here on my compressed time, on my export time. Just FYI. So,
All right.
Yeah,
so we're
you
gonna
may
take
just want to save it.
oh well, exporting's already begun. So
Yeah.
I export it as a wave and then convert to MP3 after.
Where are we uploading it to?
I would figure Google Drive.
We can worry about that after we do the second half.
Oh my god, I just scared myself with the noise that I made.
I have a thing.
So good opportunity for people to refill your drinks. Let this export start. And
I have that.
Here, I just shared where you can drop it.
Oh, what a hero.
Yeah, I got 6 minutes on this.
Why is it taking you guys so long? You crazy?
Yeah,
I'm on a
mine's going to
laptop.
take 6 minutes as well.
so
What changes depending on how quick this thing does it? Is that processing power or what?
probably.
I think it's your RAM, maybe.
Oh, well, okay. I only have 8 gigs, but
I have 4, I think.
Okay. There's a folder within that folder called Episode 1,
Okay.
and you can just drop in your audio there.
but don't do it till after the show, because if you start doing it now, depending on how great your internet is, it
Yeah.
might take a while and you're gonna lag like crazy.
Yeah.
I've been losing like video all night, so because Comcast.
That ass Comcast. So this has been fun so far, guys.
Yeah. No.
Oh, yeah.
I totally agree. So, so yeah. prepare.
So did we get?
Are
Wait,
we
we're
live
locked
still?
behind a metal door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm confused.
I wouldn't agree to that shit.
Yeah.
You
I don't
also-
even lock
have-
behind a door.
you don't
This
have
is
a map for
Garbo.
this?
Darn, all right. I will unlock it for you guys.
I do have
I don't know.
They did.
bow.
Hey, they did turn around, and he can just unlock it. We can run through.
I do have a bow, so I could shoot through.
I have daggers I can
Do
throw
you want to
out.
make sure it's available for all of us to upload to it?
Yeah, it should be edit privileges. If not, just get it to me in your own way. Like, you can upload it to your own Google Drive, and then you can share me in on it, and then I will make sure that for the
Yeah.
next episode
I'll
we have
try to
more
reload,
copies.
but it's saying the folder's not writable.
Yeah, I'll just send this to you after.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah,
let's
just
wait
send
for
it-
it after.
Just send it to me after. All right,
So
I'm
we're
going to
just gonna wait
step away
till
for just a second.
everybody's done. Cool. I'm gonna go get a muffin.
Why not a strawberry tart?
I'm gonna be useless in this fight.
Put
I'm
on
glad
some-
I
put on
didn't just
some,
get the
music
roll that I
here
just
as
rolled.
I'm walking right to, get the drink.
All right, send it.
You're lagging like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Are you uploading right now? Oh. Oh, that'll do it.
All right.
Hey,
I have
how
my
you
turn.
doing, buddy?
Oh, you know.
Same.
Oh, 30 seconds remaining. Sweet.
So, am I being too trolly, or should I tone it back?
No, you're absolutely fine.
You're fine.
All right.
You're being exactly who I expected you to be.
All right, good. Do I need to come up with a better voice, or can I just keep doing this the way that I'm doing it?
How, no,
I'm eventually going to get a voice as well.
it's
just
the voice of
kind
your
tell
character,
me.
man. However you want to do it. All
All
right.
right.
My export
All
is,
right.
My export is done.
Well, let's
Yeah,
do
I'm
it.
here. And by the way, if your export takes a while, you can just save it as an Audacity file, but just make sure you export it before you share it.
So, all right. Any questions so far, players, while we're in this short little break while we get that taken care of?
There's obviously no map for the area.
I'm doing a lot more description here, so.
I also, what do you guys think the color of destiny is?
Orange.
Purple.
Whoa!
Oh,
My-
2 for purple.
My
yeah,
girlfriend is convinced that it's like kind of sky blue with mixed cloudy white swirls.
Wait, am I still lagging?
Not the
No.
Cool.
What is the color of destiny? That's a good question.
Orange.
There it is right there.
I do like some form of blue.
I would say that.
All right, is anybody familiar with like the way the angel wings in Diablo 3 look?
Yeah,
Like how they're
Like
kind of
materials?
wispy?
yeah.
Yeah, like how they kind of like float around and expand out. I imagine when my character enrages like a motherfucker, that his eyes just start to like glow a color, and then it starts to like swirl out in like smoky energy waves.
Okay.
Smoky, spooky.
Sure. I'd still
That is
say
a-
purple.
That wizard.
I'm gonna go with the same color as this. My general.
Yeah, I saw that on Reddit. Yeah.
You're too late. I'm watching the new champion reveal shit.
No.
Oh, fucking!
It looks amazing.
It looks so good.
It looks
The
terrible.
voice
A new
over
80
is
carry.
fantastic.
The first thing I thought was, man, I get to play Vayne out of the jungle. This is gonna be great.
Pretty much.
I'm just playing it for the voiceover. It's amazing. I love
And
it.
who else thinks that that motherfucker's just gonna be running Devour and then doing whatever they want?
Devour or Bork.
She just looks so weak. I don't know. Other than her ult.
It's Shallow Grave from Dota.
That's true.
Only it's an AOE.
And it can stop.
I don't like that
Baron
it does it to everybody.
It's ridiculous. It's OP as fuck.
Dragon Smite, Baron Smites, Callista
I will be
Wrens.
right back 1 second.
How much
What
time?
are we
does it-
waiting on?
We're just waiting for them to
Probably.
finish their exports. Which
I have 28
Alright.
seconds.
sweet, just in time for when freaking Chira gets back. Always waiting on Chira.
I'm running on a toaster. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
This is
Just
we're starting a week later than we intended, and Chira just finished his character last night.
Yeah, we
I still haven't finished my lore yet, so
God
I'm
damn.
It's okay, Mott. You went a little
I have
harder
a
than your
short
lore
lore.
last time.
No, I've got the
That was a
same
really
hard
delicious
level
salad,
lore, but I'm not even out of the woods yet.
No, we're into the woods.
I've got 1,400 words, and my cart just crashed. So we got some catching up to do. I'll
Yeah.
probably
Oh, I'm done. Okay.
Yay.
All right, so when Chira's back, we'll sync back up and resume with your assault on the impromptu assault on the barracks.
Yep.
All right, and then after
one-
it's done exporting, can I click the little X then?
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
click the X and then start the next file.
A new one. Okay, sounds good.
Just another production thing. Remember that the people who are out there in the podcast world can't see what we're seeing. So
Right.
Mhm.
So descriptions helps.
Yeah, it doesn't matter too much, like when we're looking at this. But if we ever do get into a combat situation, we're definitely going to need to.
Yeah, that's why I'm going to
Wordsmith it up.
That's why I'm going to be less on the maps and a whole lot more descriptors.
When are we going to start recording again?
We were just waiting for you to get back because everything's done.
And stop dying.
No.
Yeah.
Also,
I'm sorry.
Also remember, don't ask for intimidate or whatever check. Just let LaShock do whatever check he wants you to do.
Wait, what?
Instead of saying I'm going to intimidate him, let LaShock force you to roll the check.
Yeah, say what you want to say.
RP it.
Yeah.
That makes way more sense. Sorry.
No, everyone's
just
been
RP it.
All right, so we ready to sync
All
up?
right.
Mott, you want to count down our sync up again?
Yep. Is everybody ready?
Oh yeah.
Ready when you are, Freddy.
Oh, baby.
Okay.
Hold on. Sorry. Hold on.
Yeah.
Whoa. God
So
damn it.
when I get really, really mad and start raging, I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna kill it. Just get really crazy.
I think your voice should get really squeaky instead. Like,
I'm gonna kill it. Let's get him.
all right.
Okay. I'm ready.
All right.
I'm not
right.
doing that.
3, 2, 1, and sync.
Okay.
Oh wait, it's
God.
fucked up.
Damn
Wait.
it.
Cheer up.
Cheer.
Wait, what the? No, wait. What the fuck is this? Hello?
Yeah, we
Hi.
Hello?
Why? My. All right, hold on. I'm gonna have to restart Audacity because it took up my entire screen, and then stopped working,
Nice.
and I couldn't minimize it. So all right, I am ready when you boys are.
All right.
Okay. You ready?
Ready.
All right. 3, 2, 1, and sync.
All right.
Beautiful. All right, that
back.
worked.
All right.
We're back
we
after
golden?
our
Did it,
short little
boys.
break there
We
for
got it.
Part 2 of episode 1 of It's a Long Story.
Wait, were
So-
we live that entire time?
Yeah.
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 Of course.
Oh, they saw me eating that muffin? Oh, that's
Absolutely.
Great. Love it.
Yeah, they
Bro.
saw you
it-
jamming that delicious baked good in your ravenous maw.
The strawberry tart of.
It was actually
Yeah,
not
that-
muffin,
so-
but
Anyways,
Okay.
do we still have Haber with us? Did we lose Haber?
What?
No, he's there.
Right here.
Oh, okay, we
here.
lost video. All right, that's cool. Anyways,
He's just standing eerily still.
all right. So, as we left off there, you guys were in the jail visiting Magnus and decided that you were going to spring him out in a crazy, kooky scheme here, where Tyr had walked up to the end of the hallway where the bars were at the end of the hallway, and Phil, Vanris Lone Arrow, had made the distractionary noise as everyone turned.
All right. So as they're turning, I want to try to unlock the gate.
Okay. That would be a disable device check. Do you have that?
I think I do. Let me double check here.
If not, he can just read a book.
That is
Throw your book at it!
That skill is trained only, so if you do not have any ranks into it.
Yes, I do actually.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet, sweet.
I mean, it's -1, but it's better
Oh
than
no.
That's only -1.
Only.
Do you have lock picking tools with you? Then that's an additional -2 for not having proper equipment to do it with.
Can I just hit it really hard with my hammer?
I got a critical fail, by the way.
Oh no. The door just locked harder.
So is that like a 0?
So that's technically a -2.
-5.
Honestly. But so on your so you're like, brother turned. You go back and you're like, click. Oh, not only did you not pick the lock, but you actually just jammed the lock. Whatever impromptu tools you had grabbed up there, you saw there was like a butter knife and something else sitting on the table. You grab them up and are like, heck! Oh, they broke off and they're now jamming the thing closed. So not
I
even
would
a
like to
key
yell
will work
out.
now.
I would like to yell out, "Get me out of here! I'm claustrophobic. What's going on?"
All right, I will need a bluff check out of you, unless you're legitimately claustrophobic.
Looks like this is gonna be a bluff.
All right.
Also,
really
also,
thought
can we
about
get a
that.
round of applause to Crazy Phil for the first nat 1 of the of the session?
Well, hold that
Sorry.
applause. Hold that applause
What?
because I just rolled a 1.
Oh God!
It's going
This-
so fucking well.
Cheer runs up to the bar.
So
This
I
second
love how
part.
we decided to spring into action, and then the world decided to crumble around us.
So literally, Chiro just wrote out, "I'm claustrophobic."
That's the word. Right?
Claustrophobic.
That's a really big word for you, Chira.
So the guards turn around and look confused. One of them goes, "I'll go see what the chief wants," and walks upstairs, and the other one turns and sees you with the butter knife, broken butter knife, and file at the door, and they're jammed, and Chira's like pressed against the bar, like, "I'm claustrophobic."
I'd like to activate my wrist and like throw a knife at his face.
Okay. All right. Well.
Hello, combat.
Yep. Let's roll initiative, boys.
Okay, so
What?
I'll go ahead and allow you this surprise round of throwing your dagger at his face.
How
Sweet.
close is he to the door, and is there an opening in the door?
I mean, the door is like bars. You know, it's like one of those like
Yeah,
jail
yeah.
cell bars.
How close is he to it?
He's probably about 15 feet away from the door.
I'm just doing it in the thingy because lots of dice.
Why can't he be 4 feet from the door
21
so I
for
can
seven.
stab him through the bars?
Because that's not where he was standing.
21
Well,
for
this is
7.
bullshit.
What'd you say, Santana? Did
He rolled a 21.
He rolled his
21
dice
for
up
7
to
damage.
So you go.
I'm used to doing this.
You're used to doing this. Do you have precise shot?
Yeah. No, I don't.
All right, so it's a -4 penalty because you're having to aim past Chira blocking the doorway. But
17.
it is.
Why do you think
actually-
I'm so fat?
It's. Well, we've been meaning to
That's
talk
not
to you.
fair.
We've been meaning to talk to you. But anyway, so you throw it, and Chira, you're like, "Let me out!" And this dagger whooshes by your ear. I'm not sure how long your hair is, but maybe takes a strand along the way, and sinks right into this guy. I need you to roll damage.
I did roll damage.
What'd you get?
7.
It's a
I did
7.
it. I did it in the sheet because like too many dice and stuff,
Too many dice and stuff. Oh, I see.
especially for 2-weapon
Do
fighting.
you have sneak attack, or do you not have that yet?
I don't get that till level 3.
Okay, well then, dagger sticks right into this guy's throat. This poor little volunteer militia guy, and
Why do you have to make him feel bad about murder?
No remorse. No remorse. I'm used to
Hey,
that.
You got ice in your veins?
get a
Just
dagger.
Pretty much.
stone cold killer?
This is cold as ice.
At least your cooldowns
You
are
could
up.
say he's
Uh,
a little short of breath.
Oh yeah, you dagger this dude right in the throat.
I
and
like that
he,
mod.
He drops
Thank
just
you.
staring into Chira's eyes with like this stunned look of disbelief. as
I
he
would like to
falls
make a
over.
kissy face at him.
Check
I'm gonna-
for.
Yeah.
Hold on
See?
a second.
Well,
hold on
God,
a hold on a second.
a keys.
Grab the man's keys if he has
He
them on
is
him.
not
can't.
attracted to your kissy face, but then bleeds out.
Oh.
And
Right.
so he's down.
He's
on
not
the
going to help
ground.
us.
Has them.
Well-
Were none of you listening when he said the door is jammed so much that keys will not work anymore?
Well,
Yeah,
I
see,
think
what else
The
can we
only
go
one
hack
who
it?
knows that is Venris at the moment.
Yeah.
Well, I would think I saw what happened because I'm right there.
It's true. You heard the tools break, but you don't know that it's jammed. You just saw him like jam metal things in there. You don't know how that he's damaged the lock.
Well, since that guy's dead, I take it we don't need to roll initiative. What do I need to do to try and... I'm going to try and break the door down.
Strength check.
I
As
can
he's
do
moving.
I'm
that.
strong too.
Am I?
I will let you do this. I will stand back and watch you fail.
All right, I take it I'm rolling a d20.
Mm-hmm.
All
And
right.
then your strength
And
As
then
he's
modifier.
doing that, I'm gonna
That's a
be
natural
going-
20. Thank you very much.
Oh, the
And-
first nat 20. So
You know what? I'm gonna. Oh God damn it! How about? Wait,
We're going on an adventure,
wait,
boys.
wait, wait. There it is. Can you even see that?
Black is your thing.
How about them? Is there no? There,
You
I
said
can
it's a
see it.
20.
There it is, there it is.
Oh, we're good, fine.
Also
All right.
Logitech sponsor. No.
Yeah, also Logitech.
Nike.
But seriously, do I even need to add the forward modifier to that, or
So-
is that door done?
Yeah. How are you breaking? Tell me. How are you breaking this door down?
Oh, I'm just gonna shoulder rush the fuck through those bars.
All right. So Chiro's like sitting there with his arms on it, sees Dagger goes by, watches the guy drop, just literally leans back with his hands still on the bars and just goes wham, shoulder right into it, and the thing flies off its hinges with such force that it goes flying. And like, I'm gonna need you to make a reflex save, Phil.
Well, I'm right now throwing up, so I'm.
Well,
This-
you're
this is the
still
first
gonna
dead
need to make a
body
reflex
I've seen.
save because you were standing in front of the door.
I because my character, when I randomly rolled half of my stats and I'm extremely vain, I turn around and be like, "That was cool, right, guys? That was
I dig
pretty.
it.
That was pretty fucking sick."
Yeah.
I love it.
Well done.
It wasn't bad.
What'd you get?
And then I'd like to.
11.
So you are like, oh god, you just watched this guy die, and that's the first time you've seen that, and you're throwing up, and you look up as this metal door kind of just like thunks into you and completely knocks you onto the ground on top of the dead body. You are now
Oh, God.
being covered in this guy's blood and are pinned underneath an iron door.
And
like to
I passed out.
I'd like to walk up. I'll pick him up, and I'll also take my dagger back out of that guy's throat.
You
And just
also
kind of like
take
shake it up.
you also take 2 points of damage, Phil.
Fuck. Alright.
All
From
right,
the
so I'm
door.
gonna go. I'm gonna
So-
go grab Magnus and tell him like, "Hey, we're getting out of here."
He's
I'm pretty
still
sure he
behind
knows what the
another.
plan is.
He's behind another locked
We have
door.
Here.
Oh
here.
no, perfect.
Get him.
No, leave
Go,
him.
go check the
Wait,
dead
wait,
guard.
we-
See if there's
hey.
any keys.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'd like to check the
keys are
guard's
important.
As I'm holding Phil. I'm just picking Phil up.
Also, anything else he may have.
Okay. So
Loot that body.
yeah. Oh, we can't
Loot that
steal other people's
body.
gimmicks.
Stop.
Stop.
Don't you dare steal any of my shit.
We can't.
Can I say it in Spanish? Is that better?
No.
How about we just say take his shit?
Take his shit.
Take his
Take
shit. Take his shit.
It's like high school again. Like fight.
So you guys go and you find keys on him. He's wearing like he's wearing leather armor. Has got a short sword at his side and a small purse that's like a small coin pouch.
Is
I'm gonna take the short sword.
is the coin pouch a pretty coin pouch?
It's just a standard little leather pouch.
I'll pick the
Okay.
pouch up and pocket it for now. We'll figure this out later.
Am I imagining this, or did Phil just legitimately fall asleep in his chair?
He's passed out.
Well, I mean, he is under a door.
Okay, he's just
Yeah.
playing his
no,
character.
I'll go up to him and smack him around a little bit to wake
Yeah,
him up.
Yeah,
Wake him
What?
I also want to look at Haser and be like, that was pretty cool, right?
Oh,
you,
yes.
you dug the door slamming and stuff.
Very impressive feat of
Nobody
strength.
gives credit for the dagger throw, but brute force. Oh, got the door. Yay.
Is this something
Hey.
you guys do daily?
Roughly.
Well,
I mean,
Yes.
every other Thursday.
Speaking of which, I think we are still inside of here. So, are we getting him out, or what are we doing
But
here?
shouldn't we have to go grab Magnus's stuff, right? It's on
Yes.
this floor.
We had to get Magnus. He's still
Well, let's
in the
get Magnus
cell.
get his stuff, and they don't know what's happened down here. Maybe we can get out without having to murder anybody else.
You underestimate what's about to happen here in the next 2 minutes.
I'm an optimistic person, okay?
I'm gonna
Yeah.
stay
I'm
here. You guys
realistic.
go
I
up.
draw my hammer and I wait for the next guard, and I'm going to ready a swing. Whoever goes down that goddamn hallway.
all right.
I've got
I
my
want to be
hammer
on the
right
other
here.
side of the door with sword ready, and we're about to bash bros the shit out of this.
So you
Yeah,
guys are
I-
so
I draw my bow.
who is going back and unlocking Magnus?
I'll
Okay,
get Magnus. Or, yeah, we'll both go get Magnus.
So you go up there and you guys get Magnus and the Rage Bros, Rage Bros Incorporated, go up the stairs and are like waiting at the door of the stairs. God, this has been so little time, actually. Like, as you start up the stairs, you hear the door close. Because the one guy had just started up the stairs when Lumalia daggered him in the throat. And it was a silent kill, but man. Anyways, so immediately the door swings open as somebody's turning around because they heard the bashing of the gate from downstairs and sees you guys coming up the stairs. Alarm! We're under attack!
Initiative?
I rush and I hit him. Fuck it.
Yeah, I mean, we're both there. He's
You
dead.
guys had prepared readied actions, so I will allow you both to kind of charge up awkwardly together, charge up this staircase and attack.
Literally hip and hip.
I am behind with my bow drawn.
All right, you can
By
all
our powers combined, this guard is dead as fuck.
Watch you all get ones.
attack rolls. Go!
Nat
All
ones,
right,
nat ones.
rolling this.
I rolled a 12 with 5 damage.
I rolled a 13, and I believe my melee bonus is a +5, so that's an 18.
Kargan.
I'm slapping, by the way.
Kargan. What'd you
15.
get? 15. Okay, so you guys rush up there. You know, Hiram fires the bow and it bounces off the wall. I mean, it's a curved staircase. It's a weird shot you're trying to make. Not the best light. Kargan comes up and swings his giant icebreaker and clips the guy. And at the same time that Chira is bringing down the sword. And they do this little, like, 1-2 combo thing where Kargan's hammer takes it in the ribs, and the great sword of Chira takes him at the shoulder and just kind of like caves the guy in opposite directions.
And while I see the life leaving this man's face, I look him dead in the eyes and I'm like, so you did hear me break through that set of barred doors, right?
God damn it, I was drinking. I will spit out my drink all over my monitor, you piece of shit. And just no, there is no life fading from his eyes. Like, you guys basically.
But he did recognize my awesomeness.
He recognized that you just.
I need
broke
some.
his
I need
spine.
some gratification here.
He's dead.
All right. Well, I guess we'll just have to go bring it up in the next guy.
So okay, what is
By
the
the way,
marching order
I'm
up?
keeping a kill count.
You're keeping what?
We're keeping a kill count.
You're keeping a kill
saying.
count.
I'm
All
keeping
right.
a kill count.
So
Okay.
Kargan and I both have one. We'll split that one, or is that a 0.5?
No,
I
no,
look
it's
at
a
Kargan.
one.
I look at Kargan like, we're sharing that kill, right?
Yeah, it's fine.
All right. So that's an uno for each of us
On the board.
on
Alright.
on the board. You know what? Kill count. I'm writing this down.
Santana
this
just
is a
said
thing,
he was
boys.
going- Anyways, so what is your marching order up the stairs?
Bodyguard up first.
I'm up behind the bros, the bash bros.
We're getting Magnus, and so I assume we're near the end.
Yeah, you guys have gone
Or,
up there. The keys,
Hasir and I are getting Magnus.
The keys work just fine because this door is not broken.
That's
And you said
convenient.
his stuff was on the same floor, right? So we have to go get that too.
Yeah, you find that like behind the desk there's a chest, and you're able to unlock it and find like he finds all of his stuff there and starts gathering it up, puts on his cloak, holds up his spellbook, goes, "Oh, thank goodness," and kisses his spellbook and puts it back in.
Is there anything else in the chest?
Do a quick
Or is it just his
perception.
stuff? Sure. D20. 15 plus what? 4. 19.
All right, so Max gathers up all of his stuff real quick and it's starting to go, and you almost like you look back out the corner of your eye and you notice it, like, and just leaning up against the wall, you find there's a hip flask actually,
Ooh, I like drinks.
and picking it
I will
up,
take that hip
you feel the slosh of some liquid inside of it.
Nice. I have flask of rain.
Yeah.
It's the flask of lagging.
It's a flag in. Anyways,
I see what you did.
That joke disgusts me.
It's like the fluid inside. All right, up the stairs we go.
so you guys go up the stairs, and you're entering into the main barracks hall, where there are the rows of 10 beds on each side.
Neat.
And immediately looking up, there is one man. You can only see about 4 people in this particular room. And they all look stunned, surprised, and don't even have their weapons up yet.
And I say, "Hey guys."
Hey, we're breaking this guy out. Stand down, or you're gonna get cut down.
Yeah.
Intimidate?
I just broke through a metal door. I don't think you guys want to fuck with me.
You did.
Intimidate. Whoa.
Intimidate.
21.
All right, you know what? I will roll. That's a 17 plus 13, so that's a 30.
21 and 30.
Wait. Yeah, that's a 30.
So with the assist from Kargan, that makes it a 32. So you guys, the Rage Bros come up there and are like, stand down, unless you want to die. And these guys are like, not even fully armored. They don't have the crew. They just like put up their hands and stand out of the way.
They're in like a bunk room, right, with a bunch of beds.
Yeah.
How about you guys take a seat on the bed and keep your hands on your heads?
They sit down, put their hands on their heads.
Are there any like clear valuables in the room?
Oh,
Like, can we see maybe some chests? Anything like that?
I mean,
In a very short amount of time, we commit murder and robbery. This is great. We're doing awesome, boys.
the hero this campaign deserves, not the heroes this campaign needs. So, you guys then, like, I mean, look in here, like, by every bed is a stand for a weapon and a stand for, like, their armor. Because, you know, like, to put it up there. And good, let's see here. A good 10 of these has, you know, their short sword, their short bow, and their leather armor all on their stands.
All right, nothing.
About leaving the this all alone.
Yeah, nothing.
all right.
Nothing appeases me.
While they're on the bed, I want to look at them and say, look, we don't want to hurt any of you. We just want to get our friend out of here. So don't get in our way. That's all we need. Like, I don't, when we leave here, don't follow us. Don't do anything. We just need you to stay where the fuck you are and leave us alone.
All right, make another intimidate check.
All right. That's a 16. Altogether, like total, with the plus
So
13.
you rolled a 3.
So I rolled a 3.
So they kind of like look and just kind of like nod slowly. They're just sitting there. And around the corner, like entering the room at this point, is that well-dressed military soldier that you saw from outside earlier who knew Lumalia's father.
I want to turn and smile at him with like a Cheshire smile.
What is the meaning of this?
Look, hey, easy. I know you said no funny business, and to be fair, there are 2 people dead. That's no laughing matter. And I think my brother broke a gate. We're taking Magnus and we're leaving, and that's the end of it.
Intimidate.
Can I assist?
If I assist, I mean you're basically standing behind him and flexing, I guess.
Well, I mean, I am looking at this dude like I'm going to murder him, potentially. So, yeah, that's exactly what's happening.
Not 19.
And I rolled an 18 on the assist. So
We're
plus
doing
13.
really well with these rolls.
He looks over. He goes, and he looks over at Lumalia, and he frowns in disappointment, and then just kind of stands out of the way.
Actions were taken that were necessary for success.
I looked that guy dead in the eyes. I'm like, Lumalia drew first blood.
It's
He's not wrong.
All right. We rush out of the room. I rush out of the room. Magnus.
So everyone else
crew.
just stands down. You guys rush out of the room, and the guard looks over at you guys exiting, and as Lumalia is passing, it's like, your father would be ashamed.
Oh.
My father would be ashamed of your actions. Gregor was a fine king. This does not need to happen. And I walk out.
Oh, snap. So yeah,
Yeah,
you
you
guys
told
get safely out with Magnus in tow. And where are you going from here?
Wherever
I say-
Magnus wants us to go.
Yeah, let's talk
I
to
say
him
we
first.
retreat to the Pine Grove.
Yeah, I want to hear all the cool shit he's got in the Pine Grove.
Yeah. There's cover of night. we sent a mob potentially into the city to distract them, the whole town, from what we just did on our own. So what time is it? Just about? How long were we in there?
God, that was. I mean, like you guys were barely in there at all. It's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. You guys have literally
Okay,
just
so
rolled into town and caused nothing but chaos.
We've got about we got a good amount of hours before the mob distraction crew goes in.
We don't need the mob distraction. Let's go just find Deacon.
But
Yeah,
we
let's go to
we
Deacon's
do
abode.
need to get those goods back. So let's not be hasty on that.
Deacons is like near
This
the...
is gonna be great if we just show up with fucking
We got
Magnus
parts, so we got
at
it
like 9
anyway.
o'clock. Hey
Actually-
guys, we solved all the problems. We're
We're
better at
going
this
west.
than we thought.
Into the mountains.
We're just going to
Kaerto
Kaerto
behind.
No, the Mize farm is next to the pine groves. It's like on the way anyway.
Yeah, it's the
We can
southmost.
swing
It's the
by.
southmost farm.
So what I suggest is we swing by Deacon, say, hey, while we appreciate what you are going to do, we don't need you anymore. We look, purple head guy.
I mean,
I don't know. I
he
think that's going to
still
put us in a. And I imagine we're all talking about this as we're kind of leaving the
we're
area.
walking and talking.
Well, okay,
Um,
so here's the short of it, though. Like, honestly, since we already got Magnus, the only thing that they're going to want from us, because, like I said, he wants our help, is to go back at the come on in and cause a ruckus, which the rebels have already kind of figured out that, hey, you probably should be hanging out here. They lost a couple good men. May their souls rest in peace. Also, the gate. If we go and cause a similar ruckus over at the come on in, it should probably alleviate a lot of the tension here. So we'll just tell Deacon that, have a big group of people there, maybe do a diplomacy down.
We could attempt to do that. I am not
What
opposed
does,
to
Well, if diplomacy doesn't work, we'll just threaten them until it works.
Yeah, either or.
with beating them?
The problem is we still need to get to those goods.
Shouldn't be too hard of a task to do. I mean, we still have to go into the end. We're just going to be commandeering back the items that were stolen in the first place. Right,
I
Magnus?
agree with that. And hey, when we get the items back, we can always have good old Bank carry them out for us.
Thanks, Bank.
Bank looks,
Thanks, Bank.
Bank looks very startled at all of this, and also kind of like at the idea of carrying more stuff than he's already carrying.
Benris, are you doing okay? You had a little bit of trouble there. Have you never seen blood before?
No, I've heard of blood, but I've never actually
Oh.
seen.
You've read about blood.
Today will be a fun day for you.
I thought blood was blue in the veins.
Well,
Say
it's
hi.
not in the veins anymore, and well, you'll see. And I just kind of give him a nice slap on the back. Good heart
Wait till you
slap.
see brains. You love brains.
Team, I think after we get the items, we should deal with the affairs here, and we should start heading towards Turnog more.
All right. To make something
Yes.
clear, we're supposed to be good guys, right?
Yeah.
We did good. I mean, we got
Wow.
Magnus away.
All right. Well, if you want to count good as in we succeeded in our little endeavor,
Because look here, guys.
you know
like,
what? I guess it's
we
a matter of
should- yeah.
perspective. We've done great.
It is a matter of perspective, and right now the city is in a full-on split and riots. Why? I don't know the situation entirely. I just know Gregor's dead, and some usurper has taken his spot, and I am
It's-
not.
Just like
It's not our
Hester
job.
said, spoils of war.
Yeah. I'm all down for getting the gear because I would like more shit. But it's not our job to meddle in their affairs. Let's just go to Turnog.
Their
and
affairs.
do
These
our
are my
job.
affairs. This is my hometown.
It's also the friend that we just freed here. These are his items.
I would very much like that. I would not be able to set up my business in Turnog without all of my goods. I mean, that.
Well, you're not going to have a business if the entire city burns.
That's a little
Well,
extreme. don't you think?
mind you, he will be setting up a business in Tirnog. Are you planning on Kaerto burning or Tirnog burning?
Both at this rate. Who knows how that is
fair
in the
enough.
capital city?
My friend, there is a saying among the people of Graco.
Slap him in the face.
When wars break out, it is important to end them as quickly as possible.
And I am all for that. I'm not looking for bloodshed here. If we can...
And let us cause bloodshed when we need to and be done with it.
Oh,
Storm the inn, take the items, and go to Ternog.
I agree with our big, handsome, buffy guy there.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Wait,
let's
me
go.
or the other dude?
The one that is slightly more buff than you.
Oh.
Let's
Can
go
I
meet
roll
with the
for
towns.
handsome?
Let's go talk to Deacon and
Yeah, let's
Works
go
there.
to Deacon.
You guys are making your ways out through basically the farm fields, like because you're heading pretty much straight down through them. From what you heard described, the Demai farms were clear to the south. So you are passing your way through, and you see there are some people actually out tending to the farms. It is, after all, summer. Like, this is prime farming season. So they're tending to the fields, and you pass the 2 other farmsteads along the way, and you make your way out towards the Demai family farm. Like, there's a sign up there that literally says Demai Farm. And there are some people out
Well,
working in
that's
the fields.
extremely convenient.
that was
And
quite simple.
You hear the sound of the ringing sound of metal on metal. I don't mean in combat, but like hammer to forge is like ringing out across
Nathaniel.
Yeah, and so you see there's a fairly actually large farmhouse. Looks like, would probably fit a good-sized family and some other smaller ones along the side that probably where the help live. And as you approach there, like the workers in the field are kind of like watching you go, like curiously. You approach up there, and right next to the house is an outdoor forge, and you see a tall, large, like brick house of a man, like hammering out something on the blacksmith forge.
And I say, Nathaniel, I presume.
He looks up from his work and like removes like the mask he's using for protecting his face, and he goes, "To what do I owe the pleasure?"
Well, I mean, long story short, we kept your brother from doing something completely stupid and almost got him killed earlier.
We kept your brother from running in and suiciding on a bunch of people with weapons way beyond the scope of what him and his friends were carrying.
He frowned. Deacon has been a hothead ever since Father passed away. It's hard to manage him.
Yeah, I always like to take a more pacifist approach in solving matters, no violence and such. Wouldn't you agree?
No.
Nothing good. The only thing that comes out of fighting is dead bodies.
That's right.
We're very knowledgeable of that.
Gotta grease those wheels.
You seem to have me at a disadvantage. I'm Nathaniel Demai, but who are you?
I'm Hiram the Swift. I'm a farmhand from Elmshire, here to rescue my friend Magnus, and we were able to get into the barracks and get him out. Your brother, well, he could be in some trouble tonight. We need to find him right away.
God, you're long-winded with introductions. Hi, I'm Kargan. How are you?
I'm Gargan's brother, Chira. What's up?
Bank, introduce me, please.
Oh, yes, you have the pleasure before you of Lord Venris Lonarrow, son of... oh my god, I forgot your father's name. Shit.
It's okay, I don't remember it either.
Eldest...
And you're fired.
Damn it!
Elvis Lone Arrow?
Eldest and only son of the Lone Arrow family, hailing from Timshold.
Lumaliath, daughter of Aurelius, you do wonderful work out here from what I've heard.
Anything needs fixing, I fix it. He looks down at the the horseshoe that he was currently working on, frowns, and yells, "Boy! Where are you with that scrap?" And this tiny, scrawny little kid, with big, thick goggles on, comes running out around the corner, carrying an overly large pile of metal rods in his hand. I'm coming! And he just trips and drops them everywhere.
Boy, are you all right? Do you need help there?
Oh no, I'm fine. I'm fine. And gathers them back up and brings them over, and Nathaniel just shakes his head. Well, I appreciate you keeping Deacon from doing anything stupid, but as to where he's at, I haven't seen him since morning.
It is Discon. Well, no.
But odds are, I'd assume he'll be back here for dinner here in a few hours. You're welcome to
Would you
stay
mind if
about.
I helped myself to your kitchen for a few hours? There's been some things I've been wanting to try in the kitchen.
He looks at you very confused.
I'd like to
wants
bake
to
some.
cook.
He's
I'd like to
basically
bake.
asking to cook you some food.
No.
Would you like a pie?
If you'd like to cook, he shrugs, I won't stop you to it.
Then why don't we set up camp here for a bit, folks? There'll start some
we're-
chasing Deacon around.
We're right next to the pine grove. Can we check that out first?
While you cook.
That's fine. I will stay here
Alright.
with Nathaniel.
Tabitha will help you. Will show you around the house. Any else?
Tabitha?
Yes. Hey, Tab, we got guests. And like this, young, pretty, slim, dark, like long, dark-haired girl comes out. Like she's wearing very typical farmer. And it goes, oh, hello. Says, yeah, show Lumali here around. Apparently she wants to cook for us. And shrugs. Oh, okay. Sure thing, older brother. And leads.
I will disappear into the kitchen with
Tabitha.
Oh God.
over my shoulder. I'm like, settle down, boys, settle down. And
Yeah, you
I
didn't hear that. Move on.
yeah.
Thanks. Can you cook something even more delicious than what she's offering?
Certainly, sir. I would be more than glad to prepare a meal for you and the others.
I'll flip a gold coin at him then.
He bows, takes the gold coin, and goes off to, bring out the cooking supplies that he always carries with him on top of everything else.
Dude, that's be ripped.
So he's pretty strong.
I would hope so.
So yeah, Santana about to make them cookies. All
Meal overall, but yeah, we'll have a nice dessert.
right. So who all's heading off to check out the Pine Grove?
I would like to.
I'm taking the lead.
All right.
Yeah,
I'm
I
out
will
in front.
follow them, and as they're doing it, I will also cast Future Gaze again to see if this is a good idea.
71%
Are we all going
chance,
then?
correct?
Correct.
I guess we're all going.
This seems like a really bad idea.
All right, I won't tell them this then, but we're still going.
Yes!
All right, let's go,
This
boys.
is going to be great. I look off into the direction of the pine grove and start running there eagerly.
I'm still
Frolicking.
I'm still leading out front. All right, let's do it.
All right. So you guys begin the pitch. Like it's a bit further, their walk, but there's still good light out and everything. As you approach the pine grove, it is a large, just cluster of, of like pine trees, like literally to its name. Not a leaf in sight. Needles everywhere.
I'm gonna get like a really good feel. Like I'm at home in the woods, so I'm getting a good feel of what's around me. I'm starting to check for tracks.
Yeah,
I'm in my element.
You're all excited.
I'd like to scout the woods as
You
well,
know,
like
you're-
just to look through and see if I see anything.
You can't wait to get back into the woods. Hiram's all pines and needles right now with excitement.
Ha!
So, yes, I see the disapproving stare, Santana. Anyways, so you guys then, begin to head into the woods there, so you can make a perception or survival check for, scoping out the woods.
Survival.
I rolled a 1.
Hey.
Hey, 16.
So I'm just whistling in the woods, looking off at a butterfly.
You're
You're
just
excited
like,
for-
You're like, I hope I see a goddamn bear. Like, you're...
Yeah, bears.
Okay,
I
got
never
that
seen a
far.
bear.
I got a 10 perception
All right.
because I
I
checked
got
survival at
16
1. I
perception.
don't want to do that.
So Magnus there with you. Yes, the place where I was staying was like a little bit into the woods. I think it was, and he's like has the look on his face of like, oh, I don't know if I know how to get back there, but I found a hollowed log and put a few things in it. Yes, very brilliant, I know. So you guys been
All right.
making your way into this dense pine forest, and once you're a good, couple hundred, hundred so feet in, you can see how easy it would be to get lost in a place like this because they're all so thick and close together. There's no trail. Going in, it's real easy to, if you got turned around, there's no clear distinguishing marker of which way is which because you can't even see, a good image of where the sun is through the thickness of these trees.
I asked everybody if they want to hold hands.
No, I actually want to use my compass, some paper, and my pen to, have, a trail of where we're going so we're not lost.
Okay. So you're, along the way, compass checking and kind of, mapping your way through as you're going.
Yeah.
Okay.
Leaving breadcrumbs, so to speak.
So, I mean, you're entering into here, and it's really nice and kind of tranquil and everything. It's not, it's easy to forget that a village is just so close by. And Magnus is looking around, kind of oh, geez, all these trees look exactly the same. I don't remember where I left everything.
How deep into the woods did you go?
I don't know.
I'm gonna ready my bow because I'm not getting a good feeling about this.
Wait. Sir, were any of your items of having magical properties?
Oh, yes.
Oh!
I use
Sense magic?
I think we all are getting a sense magic.
Everyone gets all flashlight eyes. Bing! Bing!
All right, and I'm going to roll.
Is that what that you detect?
Wait.
Yeah, detect magic. You don't have to roll anything for that.
Detect
It's a
magic,
60-foot
it's a
cone
spell.
in front of you that causes all magical auras to be visible.
I say, since there are multiple of us, we spread out and try to find the items.
Yeah, about that.
Let's not spread out too far.
It's 60 feet.
I do.
That's within eyes. We can all see.
I'm
each other.
carrying a 50-foot hemp rope. If we would like.
The first thing that you guys notice, all of you detecting magic, is that every single tree in this woods is detecting as a magical aura.
How many things did you leave?
Damn, you're loaded.
I would like to note that my bow is definitely ready. I am not comfortable in this kind of woods because I don't have good clear sight lines or anything.
Sensing
I am
Hiram's
alert.
nervousness, I would like to draw my greatsword.
I'm gonna hover over Hasir as best I can.
Protect me!
Yeah.
Wait a second, I should be protecting you. You're paying me.
He's
Is
paying you for
anybody
the gold.
communicating that the trees are kind of magic?
Yes, I tell them.
Okay.
These trees are giving off a very magical vibe.
Do I know what kind of trees these are?
Do
Magical
a
pine trees.
knowledge nature check.
14.
I mean, these look like just, some regular pine trees, honestly. Nothing physically looks different about them. But as you're studying them with the continued rounds of detect magic, there seems to be some strong transmutation spells that have been cast. The magical aura that you're getting is from the field of transmutation, and they're fairly strong.
Okay. At this point, I give everyone a look and take out my hammer and go to try to knock down one of the trees.
Okay. Go ahead and... Are you just trying to, push it over, or literally, smash it and break it?
I want to try to smash it and break it.
Go ahead and roll an attack roll.
Okay. Before I do that, I want to cast Strength Surge.
Rawr.
So, just a regular attack?
Yeah, do it up.
Okay. So that is a 19 plus 7, so 26.
You will hit the tree, so I need your damage.
Fun. Now comes the fun part. Oh no, wrong one. 11.
So you swing, you start up your meteor hammer, this odd like chain that has like two heavy iron balls on the end of it, and he's like swings it out, like kind of kicks it off his foot, smacks into a tree, tearing a huge chunk out of its trunk. Not enough to knock it over, but it definitely like splinters go everywhere.
Do I notice anything different about the tree afterwards?
Make a perception check.
8.
Yeah, I want
It's
to
a
pick up the
tree.
chunk. The chunk that fell out, I kind of want to examine that.
There's obviously something weird about these trees if they've been transmuted.
You look down there, you actually notice, you're like, and you know, the chunks that come out might feel about right, but however, when you inspect it, you actually are watching the tree slowly regenerating. Like the damage you did to it is growing back the wood.
I see. Well, that's that. So these trees are able to regenerate themselves, it seems.
Magnus, you know
Beyond
anything
that-
about this magic?
No, but it is most peculiar. He
Quite.
like, tilts his head and like is inspecting it. Who would have done this? As you, a voice kind of speaks out. Why have you come into my home, and why have you
Jesus.
damaged my trees?
Well, who is this?
I would like to
Speak.
say that we didn't know it was your home, and we didn't know those were your trees.
A person wearing like what looks like nothing but simple leathers, you know, like regular leather clothing, not even armor, kind of steps out from behind the tree, not even but like 10 feet away from you guys. And
Hello.
tilts its head.
Hello,
Hail.
sir or madam. Do you happen to know where, and I point towards Magnus, this individual's magical items may be hidden?
Oh, the things left in the trunk.
That is exactly what we are looking for, sir.
May we have it?
Well, most
Question mark?
certainly. I mean, they are not mine. They do not belong here. He says, as he kind of like ducks back behind the tree trunk and like continues speaking, popping on the other side of the party, like behind a different tree. You must go this way. Points up north. But please do not anger the trees.
Oh, of
Very
course
well.
not. We if we would have known that the trees might get angry, we wouldn't have done anything that we've done.
Unless the trees
However-
wanted to fight.
But I prefer not to fight trees. They seem pretty chill, just staying where they're
They're
at.
very flammable.
That might be very true.
But yes, unless
But
they want
my
to
friend,
fight.
my forest friend. What's your name?
My name is Percival.
All
Does he look
Percival.
humid, or what does he like look like?
He looks human.
Okay.
Young, probably you'd say like, probably like 17, 18. You know, he's, you know, a growing young man with sandy blonde hair and green eyes and leaves and twigs in his hair.
Is there any way I can like? Is there like any information about this guy?
Knowledge local.
All right. Net 20. Woo!
You know, actually, there were tales. Like, nobody is really afraid of these woods, but there are tales that occasionally a child will just get up in the middle of the night and leave the city and go into the woods and never be found again.
Oh, okay.
So do your trees eat children? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, I'm but the caretaker. One of many.
Of
All
the
right.
trees or the children?
Well, we are the children of the forest.
Well, that's great. And we would just like to get our things and then just be kindly on our way.
Well, certainly, follow me. And kind of like starts skipping ahead through the trees.
Can I skip with him?
You can try, yes.
I'd like to skip.
You successfully skip.
All
Is there
right.
any way where I can like
Acrobatic
sense his
check.
motive,
Yeah.
like to see if he's like lying?
Go ahead, do a sense motive.
All right. I got a 8 on that, so 12.
I mean, it seems that Percival seems to be being sincere with you. You don't get any sort of dubious intent or deception going on. Rather, just kind of odd and young and whimsical, even.
All right.
So, you know, it leads you straight to the spot where you see some obvious signs that Mag's like, oh, here's the log, and pulls out like a few small bags that were stuffed inside them and attaches it to his waist.
All right. Well, I think we've gotten what we need. I think we'll be on our way.
Have a good day.
The kid kind of smiles and then ducks behind a tree and is gone.
All right. So back the way we came.
Pretty much.
Try not to touch any vines.
Very well.
So I'm gonna again kind of using the makeshift map that we've been making along the way. Follow my way, sort of back, kind of lead the path.
So you guys make your way back along the way you're out there. It's pretty easy. You kind of are able to estimate that it's just, oh, we head west, we're going to exit out of the city and exit out of the forest, and having a compass, it's actually fairly easy done. You guys exit out, and it's like sunset when you're coming out, which seems a little unusual because you don't think you were in there that long.
Oh god.
Oh,
Just
time
going
passed.
Yes. I think we
All
all
right.
know what happened.
So we did get the magical objects, though, right?
Yeah, Magnus got his stuff.
Is Percival coming with us out of the forest?
No, you haven't seen Percival since he said goodbye.
Let's try to find.
Did I give
where
him a
the
hug
girl is.
before we left? He was a pretty chill guy.
You gave him a hug.
All right,
Okay.
that's all I needed
All
to
right.
know.
You gave
Let's
him,
head back to the farm
You gave him
Yeah,
with
a hug of
a little bit of haste.
I'm hungry.
Yeah. That's,
So you
our
guys,
good old friend Lumalia has been cooking up a storm while we were gone. I can't wait to sample some more baked goods.
so do your profession check there for me.
Sure.
Lumalia. Let's see your cooking.
Is it a +2 or is it a +4? Because I have full equipment now. I'm not like using a makeshift spatula.
The equipment gives you an additional +2 to what your roll
It-
normally is.
Is
Okay.
that lady that I can't remember her name? Is she assisting in this?
Tabitha? Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Lumalia, Tabitha, and Bank are like
21.
okay. So you guys come back and it smells good. Whatever is cooking. Outside, Bank has set up like a spit roast and somehow got a pig and is spit roasting a pig.
Where did you get the pig?
I purchased it from the Demai family on behalf of the dinner requested by Lord Lornero.
Good work, Chep.
Hearing them get back, I'm like, you were awfully gone a while for just retrieving some items. Goodness, it's almost 7 now, 7:30. Did you get lost?
Any sign of the brother yet?
Deacon has not returned while you've been there cooking with Tabitha.
Oh god.
Deacon's not been back. I've just been conversing with Tabby. I'm calling her Tabby, but
You've learned
Perhaps
quite a bit.
after dinner we should make sure he's not dead.
I said, well, it might be too late by that point. But
Well,
yes,
I'm not
let's
going to
first.
leave dinner.
Of course not. You can't let the good food go to waste. After all, myself, Bank, and that other Tabitha have been working very hard. Very hard.
Yeah, so they, like, it's a nice, chill summer evening, and they outside, pulled 2 outside tables together. Like, there's all the farm hands come in. Like, all in all together, like, the family and all of the help staff and everything is like and the children that are all about. makes up a good 50 people that are working this farm. Like, it's a pretty big farm area. And, you know, and everyone sits down and starts to enjoy the various foods that have been prepared, which Lumalia, you were not aware of beforehand of the scope of the number of people you were cooking for, and it turned to be quite an endeavor for you.
Well, it's as the more the merrier.
So
They seem like good folk.
yeah, you learn a bit about the Demai family along the way. Yes.
I'm going to take just kind of my own plate, but then I am going to go on watch and kind of look towards the north to see if I can't spot anything going amiss.
So, you guys sit down, and the dinner begins. And Nathaniel sits at the head of the head table. It's the eldest of the family, and raises a large stein of ale, and it's like, to good harvest, good work, and good people.
Here, here.
And everyone
Cheers to 1%.
Let's not. Nathaniel, you said you fought
And
us
then
away.
Nathaniel stabbed you in the face.
Did you find what
Nathaniel,
you
said
were
you
looking
found
for in the woods?
Are you familiar with a Percival?
Percival? I grew up with a Percival, but then he went missing one day. And he shrugs.
Yeah, he didn't go missing. He's like the king of the woods or something.
Oh,
Yes, we did.
That's old farm wisdom for you.
We,
There you go, farm wisdom.
we did end up finding what we were looking for, whatever what that was.
We found stuff, and we're telling you that your long lost friend is now the king of the woods.
Huh.
he kind of
Do
like
we get a reward for finding your buddy?
No.
he looks at you like with confusion. Very mercenary type, aren't you?
I'm just, looking out for me, buddy.
Just give him some praise and he'll be fine.
You did a
That's me.
fantastic job.
Oh, thank you, sir. I appreciate it. I'm glad somebody recognizes the effort that we put out.
Ignore his blathering. So nobody's actually told us what happened with Gregor. I was gone not but 2 weeks, and I come back and the area's in disarray.
Well, I don't have all the details as I tend to stay here, but for one reason or another, General Eremos got it into his head that he should be in charge. So he and a few of his others that were supposed to be the personal and elite guards to the king just took the castle, put the king's head on a spike, drove out the nobles. It all happened in
How
a
do you
very
feel
fast
about all
manner.
this?
Nobles, rulers, they come and go. All of us sitting here working the fields, hardworking people, we're what endures.
I'll drink to that.
Okay, so I
Good
actually
old
want to know,
hard-working folk.
how tired we are, because how does, the time thing work?
Well,
Are we,
you guys
tired?
have also, yeah, you guys
Flat
are
circle.
a little bit tired. You guys have been huffing it all day. You've been you got up in the morning and have been basically walking for 8 hours. You guys haven't really stopped and rested anywhere along the way, so you're starting to get pretty tired.
All right, even though it's 7 o'clock in the morning, I think we should go get some
Right.
rest.
It's not 7 o'clock in the morning. It's
night.
It's
Okay.
night.
No,
It's
no, you guys weren't gone all night. You were gone 4 hours.
Right. It was longer than it should have been, but it's not like you came back the next day. You came back later in the evening.
Oh, okay, I get you.
Yeah.
So
I'm still pretty concerned about
Deacon.
and his group of people, because if he's been gone this whole time and he hasn't been back, that means he spent all this time searching for people to help.
We could have incited a civil war here if Deacon has gathered enough people. We should probably finish up here and.
It's also probably our best time to get into the inn and get out without being seen or at least with the surprise round.
I mean, to be honest, Deacon's probably not going to do anything at the tower, considering if we're not there, he's not going to try and cause a distraction.
Well, he wasn't going to know that we were.
Deacon has no idea.
As far as he knows, we're assaulting the barracks.
So now we're going to assault the inn? Sure, okay, that makes sense. Let's do it.
Well,
if Deacon can drop,
we should be clear. They want Magnus, and we have Magnus, and they want Magnus so they can get to the rest of his goods. They're not just going to give the goods back. Like, we're going to have to either take them or abandon them.
Oh, I would say I don't think we'd have a problem in taking them. We're pretty badass.
Well, that's great and all, but badassery doesn't help with numbers.
We could try non-lethal damage, boys. I don't know.
Well,
I mean, badassery does help when you're trying to scare people into not fighting you.
Well, if Deacon has no word of what we have done with Magnus, he's going to go to the barracks anyway. If he creates a big enough distraction at the barracks, there shouldn't be too much left at the inn. It could be a quick in and out, and then we can get on and move on to Tiernog. As much as I'm opposed to that, I don't
say
like
we
the
go to
situation.
Tiernog right now. Why do we have to stay here?
Because we need those items in the end.
We need what Magnus has. And
imagine you go to Tiernog without your gold.
That was a pretty silly question to ask for someone who considers themselves so educated.
I got everything I need.
Exactly. If you didn't have anything you needed, you'd be dead. Bank would have to spank you.
He's a farmer. Who gives a shit about him?
Well, if you feel so inclined, you can stay here unless you want to pass out at the sight of blood again.
Sorry, I'm just super tired. I just want to get my spells back.
I look out and see if there's anything we can see going on in Kaerto.
Oh, make a perception check.
Thank you.
Use your farmer eyes.
I am a
Hero,
farmer
what do your farmer
by
eyes
trade.
see?
I have special eyes.
My brand!
That would be
They are
18.
All right.
20.
So, you kind of look back over across the field and, towards, like, the north with a bit of the light of the setting sun coming over the mountains, which is really beautiful, by the way. I'm not sure if you've ever seen a sunset over a mountain, but it's kind of awesome. And I look up there, and the sky has got that orangish pink glow to it, and then you look a little more to the north, and there's still an orangish glow.
That's what I was expecting to see.
And there's a fire.
And it looks like the town.
I turned to Haser. How big of a fire does that seem to be, since you are a master of fire?
I say we get closer to find out.
I like that idea. Let's go.
This is what I was afraid of. Oh.
Oh, just pack some pastries. We'll be fine. Let's move on.
Venerus, you can stay here if you want.
Rich boy, if you want to take a nap after that delectable meal, we'll go take care of this. It's just a matter of just telling him the job's done and we actually got Magnus, which we did. So he doesn't need to know details. Let's go! Whee!
My father had a saying, and I never understood what it meant until now, but he never said, Hiram,
Alan,
never split the party.
We'll be fine.
Unless one of them is a sissy.
Well, I've given up. Got my stuff. I'm going at this point.
Yeah.
Follow if you want, but I'm not going to wait for you, Venerus. And I leave.
Alright, I'm taking a nap. I don't give a shit.
Alright, so Bank looks up from you using him as a footstool and goes, "What is your wish, my lord?"
I want you to carry me while we go on this journey.
Oh my god, I hate this person so much!
So, Bank shoulders you fucking like a piggyback style and starts hoofing along behind the rest of the party.
Oh boy.
I really don't like Venerus now. Yeah.
Really? Isn't that long?
So you guys start heading up north into the town there, and the fire isn't coming from the center of town like you'd instructed Deacon to. It actually looks like it's coming from near the barracks as you get closer. And it's a large fire, by the way.
It is good.
Okay.
Fire.
Can we go up to where our good buddy Deacon is at?
You get up there, and as you approach, you see a large mob of people outside of the barracks, which is on fire. Like, the barracks is on fire. And
All right. Well,
I thought it was stone.
there was a
We said to
building,
light the
there's a
hay on
building
fire.
built around the tower. Like, there was a stone tower, and then they built a wood building kind of like around, like, attached to it. And that's burning. And there seems to be fire coming from within the tower as well.
What?
all right. I want to find Deacon because he's the leader of this ragtag group of.
That would.
I grab Chira's arm as he goes to do that and say, "This might be our chance to get into the inn. Maybe we should go and tell them of what's
Fair enough.
happening,
It
as if
sounds
they
like
don't
a
know."
plan.
So, but
and go take that thing.
Spot Deacon pretty easily. He's standing on top of the hill, like not next to the fire, but fairly close to it. Sword in his, like a spear in his hand, covered in blood. The fire burning behind him, raising his spear into the air, and
the
all
hell?
of the mob like before him is all like, "Yeah, Deacon, Deacon."
I'd like to wave at Deacon.
Deacon, what are you doing?
And
He's
surprise.
very far away. He doesn't hear you. But I do want to wave at Deacon, and he might not see me, but it doesn't really matter. And if he can see me in the dark, I wink at him, and then we leave and go to the, and then we go to the end.
With all the
All right.
waving and winking.
It seems
I mean, I'm just trying to show my support to somebody who's taking initiative in their lives and, you know, taking back the power against the man.
I'm stunned at this act, and I'm like, oh my god, what have we done?
Oh, well, we only told him to light a bale of hay on fire and not.
You know
fight
what?
people.
He decide what? Wait a second. You're the one now questioning whether people are fighting other people, considering you've been wanting to fight the whole time. I am extremely confused at what's going on at this point.
I have not wanted to fight the whole time. That was not.
Are you kidding me? The drop of a hat.
You
threw
killed
dagger to
the
my
first
throat.
person.
You didn't even think. You were just like dagger.
It was
All
a
right,
real-
I calm everybody down and say, listen, we've got a mission, and judging by the position of the sun, which indicates the time, I am really concerned about our ability to get to this inn in a
Yes.
timely fashion.
Okay.
They have this handled here. We can sort out the details later. For now, let's get to the inn.
So you guys make your way over to the inn, and you're greeted again by some crossbows out the window and some very alert guards as Edric Bloodbane comes out the door seeing you with Magnus in tow.
Shit. We should have thought of that.
And he goes, "You got the merchant!"
Yes.
We got the merchant out before the villages burnt into the ground. Yes.
Hurry, yes, excellent. Please hurry inside. This is very advantageous for us. The loyalists stronghold has been burned to the ground, and now we can gain access to this, and we can win the peasants over to our side and start marching on to other cities and on to Turnog. This is the momentum.
God.
Hold on, good sir. I would like to bring up the point that, like, you have important things to do here, and you need, and mind you, we did basically save you from murdering yourselves on the people of the inn. So, bear in mind, we probably think out these situations a little bit better than you do. And in that regard, please take a moment to think about actually marching on other cities when your education towards tactics is less than good.
Your military.
He's talking
tactics
to
are
the
fucking
general,
terrible.
right?
No.
Yeah, we're talking to Bloodborne.
He's not a general,
Bloodbane.
he's a noble.
Oh, okay. Got it. I say, all right, listen. These are not just peaceful villagers. They just burned a barracks. We were there. Those barracksmen were well armed, they're not coming here to be friendly. You guys need to hightail it to higher ground because these guys are coming strong. Listen, leave the stuff here with us. Run as far as you can, and by the blood of Gregory, I think you guys don't like him. We're gonna make it out of this together.
Unless you want your body strung up from the laundry lines in the town.
So wait.
You leave.
This is the Bloodborne guy that was in the inn in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the first guy.
All right, if the peasants are able to take over the barracks of the people that you dislike, realistically, they can probably murder the shit out of you too.
Yeah, and they don't want a side to win. They just want their town back, and you're in the way of that.
They don't like you at all. At all. We're friends with them. We talked to them earlier. You know what? I wouldn't say friends. We talked to them earlier and basically talked them out of murdering the shit out of you earlier. Surprisingly. Like, it was kind of difficult to do. I had to scare them away. Do you need me to scare you too to run away and save yourselves from these people that murdered your enemies and will probably murder you to get their freedom back?
You do not understand. This is the moment. Every man has a moment in his life.
This is not yours.
This is where it begins. This is the momentum. And he looks up past behind you. And you guys begin to hear the sound of an encroaching mob.
You hear that?
Here's their moment.
As he
Well, be strung up.
As he starts,
And I look over at the rest of everybody in our party. Should we kill this guy before the mob fights us for talking with him?
I turn to Bloodbane and I go, I don't think you
No.
understand. The moment is determined by who wins the fight and writes it in the history books. Not who's got the best words.
And
That is accurate.
understand, we are only here to collect the items, not for your own benefit.
Edric kind of like looks past you guys, like a kind of a glazed look over his eyes as he starts walking out with arms open. Brothers, sisters, children of Ternog! You have overthrown the usurper's forces. Join with us and we will take back Ternog.
Grab the items and we leave. We
I
grab the
dash
items and
and stab
leave.
him.
Let him
I want to turn around and kill this guy. I would like to swing my sword at this person.
Yeah, I have moved. I have drawn my kukri, and I've
I'm
gone
killing
to, like,
I'm killing Edric Bloodborne.
Cheer and I move at the same time.
Yeah, he needs to die very quickly.
Oh,
Why?
The situation is
happening.
getting out of hand.
Oh,
Yeah, because
make an attack roll!
I would love to make an attack roll. I roll. What's my
God damn it.
It's,
You had
it's
plus
a melee
7
attack.
You had plus
Yeah.
5 to your roll.
I gotta
Do
check.
you want 2-weapon fighting, or do you just want one?
I have a
tell me.
two-handed weapon. It's a +5. I rolled a 16, so that's a 21.
I got a 22.
Alright, both of you hit, jumping in at him from both sides. Roll damages.
What do I need to roll for that? 2d6.
2d6
This
plus
is-
your strength and a half, so that should be 6.
Mine's a D4.
All right, I rolled a 4 and a 5.
If I can keep it on table. That's a 6.
So that's
for
17 from Chirurgeon. And you got what did you get for
me. I
Lumalia?
got 6.
Alright.
Yeah.
So he starts to walk past, like he's really walking through your group, and Lumalia and Chira draw out their weapons, and as Chira is slashing down, and Lumalia is cutting across with the kukri. Tell me, guys, how are you delivering death onto this man?
I am taking my sword from his shoulder to his groin and splitting that individual in half the worst way possible.
Hot dog, not
I have-
hamburger.
Yeah.
I have gone and I've just ducked, popped up, and I've just shanked him in the side of the head.
So, in this
Just like
brutal
straight to the skull.
fashion, Chira goes and like they act almost in tandem without speaking, and as Chira brings down his sword and it starts to cleave through Edric Bloodbane's head, like at the exact same time, Lumalia is there, sticking the kukri in through the side of his head. So when he gets cut in half, you literally see the kukri sticking through his skull.
And all right, as the sword's dropping, and this guy is clearly dead, I assume. I mean, I assume he's dead as fuck. I also remove my sword from his very much split corpse, raise it into the air, and yell, "People of Kaerto, take back the city that is yours."
Oh man, and that right there is where we're going to wrap up the first session here of It's a Long Story, a TForce RPG misadventure.
Yeah, it's a long story.
So
Right.
we're gonna be.
I just bailed you out of jail so you can murder somebody. God damn it!
Yeah, what the
It
fuck?
was the only thing we could possibly.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
No.
So
There was no reason to kill him.
Non-lethal damage.
You know what? It's hard to do non-lethal damage to someone who got split in half in the worst way possible.
so
God.
I was not alone in this act. I had an accomplice.
Which
That
makes
doesn't make
it
it better.
worse. That makes it worse.
we will be producing this and releasing it in the future here in the form of a podcast. Each game that will come out in 2 parts, and we will be doing this once a week every Tuesday about 8 p.m. Eastern Time, pending technical difficulties, because this is a TForce production after all. So that will be it here for tonight. We hopefully see you guys later. Remember, check out the Trendy Force Network and the TForce RPG, and everyone have a great night.